Going out there in YouTube land. Hope everybody's had a good evening, slept well, got a lot of energy ready for today's show. We got a lot to get into. Let me get this camera straight before I even step out over there. Okay, maybe we can do a little something with it. Okay, y'all, Sunday, y'all know what it is. It's Easter, but it's still Purple Sunday. That's right, still Purple Sunday out here. Hold on a minute. Let me see where we're going with this right now. All right, let me close that back. Sorry about that. Let me see if I can, I want to try to get my phone back the right direction here. How everybody doing this morning? It's your boy. What's good, everybody? How y'all doing? Just lock myself out. Happy Easter, everyone. What's going on? It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. Could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came in to chill with me this morning on Easter. I appreciate you. How everybody doing this morning? That's good. That's good. Can you guys hear me? Yep, we got the new mics. There should be no excuse. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I hope you guys can. Go ahead and put this back over here. This is my one of these extra monitors that we use over here just to make sure I could see myself pretty clear. Okay, let me see. Probably too far right there. Let me don't know what's going on now, but let me see if I could fix that a bit for the cell phone. See what's going on. All right, let me see something here. Close that back. Don't know what's going on, but you know what? I'm going to go off the other one. That's why it's good to have two monitors that you play off of. Because if you can't work off one, sometimes you got to resort to the other one. Now, let me see where we're at with it. Good morning, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Just a quick start. Just going ahead and getting this, getting the camera straight and everything for the video. Just getting the video straight, everybody. Give me a second here. I got to do a quick reset on this one here. Start this all over again. Good morning, Sam Champion. Thank you so much for the $1 super chat. That's right, you guys. We got it up now. Let's go. That's right. But you know what we got to do, right? We got to get those prayers in the air. We want to pray for Easter. We want to pray for family. We want to pray for the Lord. We want to pray for every single person that's going through struggles at this moment. We want to pray for our animals. And we want to pray for love, you guys, and understanding. We want to have a fantastic and beautiful Easter as well as a Purple Sunday. Amen. Miss Swanza, want to pray for you. Liberty and justice, good quality cannabis. Okay, definitely want to pray for you. Happy Easter, Jeffrey Spilker. Happy Easter, Miss Swanza. Happy Easter, Liberty and Justice, Mega Dub. Happy Easter, everybody here. Hope everybody's good. I want to make sure that we give a lot of respect and love to everybody that's not here that I could remember. People like Casey Ramos, can't forget about Terry. Also got to remember people like Tenmagen, also Coin Collective. Want to make sure that we give Sam Champion, I know you're here, but still want to give you love. Also Luigi. Got to remember certain other people like Ad Reigns. Want to make sure that we're giving love and support to our family members and anyone who's sick right now, because all of those prayers, they mean so much. Want to make sure that everybody's covered here. Jeffrey Spilker, Almany. Okay, we got to get out Luigi. Can't forget, who else we got? I see Sam Champion there. Black Boy 2001. Clean, brother. Thank you so much. This is how we do it on Purple Sunday. And with that being said, can't forget about Jeffrey. And guess what? Can't forget about myself. Amen. Amen. And guess what, y'all? It's time to go. It's already creeping up on us. It's already that time. I'm so glad to be here. We made it another day. How about that? And with the Easter cherry on top. Let's go, y'all. Hope you guys are going to have a good time with your families later. Maybe go do a bit of worshiping. But before we do that, we got to get into our bottom line. Let's go. So glad to be here for another day, another Easter. Woo! Let's turn up right now. It's time to go. Me. Let's go. Come on now, don't play around. I'm still waiting for the clock again, just like yesterday, you guys. That's right. Thank you for the bunny and the balloons. That's right. That's right. Keep on going, you guys. This guy doesn't have socks on. Oh, yes, he do. Oh, they don't know that we got mods up in here today. They thought I was in here by myself, but I ain't. I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo. Yo, 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 yo. Whoa. For Purple Sunday / Easter. Wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. And I'm just feeling so good this morning. Gotta tell you guys. Come on now. Okay. Ole. We're going to take it back to what Purple Sunday originated to. If y'all know what I'm talking about, we're going to do it today. Open up those pores. We got to open up those pores. We got to open up those pores. Tap it all up. Tap it all up. We got to open up those. Taking it back to what Purple Sunday was about when we first started. Dearly beloved, we're gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Electric word, life, it means forever, but that's a mighty long time. But I'm here to tell you, there's something else. It's called the afterworld. A world of never-ending happiness. You can always see the sun, day or night. So when you call up that shrink in Beverly Hills, you know the one, Doctor, everything will be all right. Instead of him asking how much of your time is left, ask him how much your mind, baby. Because in this life, things are much harder in the afterworld. This life, you're on your own. Dun, dun. Doom, doom, da, dun, dun, dun. Doom, doom, da, dun, dun, dun. And if the elevator tries to break you down, what? Go crazy. Let's go crazy. Let's get nuts. Let's go crazy. Let's get nuts. Look for the purple identity and put us in the trust. Let's go. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Let's get nuts. Yeah. That was my joint right there. Don't even play with me because I can keep going. I can say, all excited and don't know why. Maybe it's cause all gonna putting into what's it all for? Sometimes you gotta take it back to what you started it about. That's right. That's the original what Purple Sunday was about. It's like maybe I'll sing a couple of my favorite songs on Sunday and see what happens. Prince has it pretty much. And then we ran out of songs. But it's all good because we grew into what you see now. And that's what the original Purple Sunday really means. If you've been here that long, y'all know what I'm talking about. But guess what we got to do? Pump that beat. It's Sunday, April 5th. That's right, y'all. 2026. Easter. I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Just got me lit. Let's go crazy. Let's get nuts. Look for the purple identity and put us in the trust. Let's go. That used to be my joint right there. I knew the whole song, whole album. Had the whole album, played it every single day. I love Prince. You guys, shout out to your boys, Boogotti NYC. Y'all could have went anyway. That's right. That's how we do it. We do it for absolutely no reason. Why? Because he gave us another day to wake up. Why not have some fun with life? Smile. You got another day to breathe and be happy. And it's Easter. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend so far. It's Easter. Hope you guys are chilling, worshiping with your families. Everyone else who's celebrating Passover, every other holidays that I don't know about, guess what? Still want to show you guys massive love. It's time to get to work. We got to stack this deck. You know what I got to do, right? I got 5 on it. I'm gonna stack this deck. I got 5. I'm gonna give. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm gonna stack 5 videos at a time. I'm gonna ask you guys where you're from and what time it is. Why? Because I love going to get content from your state, city, country, region, wherever it is. Also, it's 6 o'clock here in New York. So when you guys tell me what time it is over there, I'm like, it's already daytime, nighttime. It kind of gets me to wondering and giving me an idea of what you guys are doing and showing love at those specific times when you're actually watching the show. And also, I still want to find content from where you guys are from to make it relevant so that the conversation stays the same and to make sure that we're doing our thing. Chicago, 5 o'clock in the building, 4:05 a.m. Happy Easter, everybody. Good morning. It's time to get it going. That's right. Yeah, you already know Prince was amazing playing bass. He was no joke. Drums, you give that man a stick, you give him a keyboard, you give him a guitar. There was nothing that almost no instrument that man couldn't play. He probably could play the harp. To be honest with you, I'm glad somebody brought that up. And yes, let's give massive love and respect to the late, great, none other than the legendary master Prince, or how do we say it, the artist formerly known as. But you guys know what else we got to do, right? Moving right along. That's right, you guys. Let's get into these titles. Let's go. Trump. How did he run down U.S.A Fighters jets and 2 Tomahawks? How did he run down a U.S.A fighter jet and 2 Tomahawks? That's right, not just the fighter jet, but the 2 Tomahawks went down too. And it looks like they're on a recovery mission to find whatever they can, which is a terrible thing because I start wondering about all sorts of things. Are they going to be able to take the missiles off of that plane? Are they going to be able to download information? I always want to know something like that. Should they try to make it self-destruct just so they can't? You know what I'm talking about? Let's keep on moving. I don't know why I think like that. I just do. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. We're about to turn up this morning, you guys. We got the second thing that we got going on here in our thumbnail, which is the second suspect in the Brooklyn 7-month-old baby case has been arrested. And we're so glad about that. We're talking about this piece of crap that was pow-powing in the street like it was the old Wild West. Didn't even know how to aim, aimed at the wrong area, and because of that, a 7-month-old angel is no longer with us. And yes, they finally caught the second piece of crap, and they're going to be prosecuting him. And I hope that he doesn't get one of those slap on the wrist with one of these easygoing liberal judges that we have in New York, because you guys know how they roll. Let's go last but not least, because we got "They will steal your life," says Dr. Oz. He issues a warning about fake hospices, and from what he says, I gotta be honest with you, I do believe in what he's saying. What's up, Jordan? How's everybody doing? What he's saying here is about when he says they will steal your life, and this is Dr. Oz issuing a warning about fake hospices. Let me just say one thing off the top. Even if you don't like Dr. Oz, you got to understand something. If it's a fake hospice and they're taking money from your family members and not providing the care that they're supposed to be caring, that's dangerous, and they don't really care about your people. That's what does make sense when it comes down to the bottom line. Let's get into it, you guys. We got a lot to cover, trending topics, current events. Fantastic show we got lined up for y'all today. Let's do it. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. And if you guys got your coffee, your tea, your water, I think it's about time to do that, because we're going to get into this unmen. Like I said, we're starting off because this story has been one of our #1 breaking stories. I want to make sure that we're on it from the top of the morning to make sure that we're covering it. We got to get on to this one where the suspect in Brooklyn with the baby pow-powing arraigned on the second suspect is now in custody. Get this audio going over here and let's go.
Gunman in the stray bullet shooting of a 7-month-old. The suspected gunman in the stray bullet shooting of a 7-month-old baby in Brooklyn arraigned tonight, and a second suspect is taken into custody. Good evening to you. I'm Christine Johnson. Police confirming to CBS News New York tonight that second suspect was taken into custody in Pennsylvania. These new developments come as community members gathered tonight to remember the baby girl shot and killed as she was being pushed in a stroller. The vigil for K.O.R. Patterson Moore taking place at the very site where this tragedy unfolded. And Andrew Ramos is live outside the 90th precinct in Williamsburg with the latest for us. Andrew.
Well, Christine, that news came in earlier this evening just as the community was gathering for a 7-month-old K.O.R. Patterson Moore, a moment of relief in a time when many are still grieving. The memorial of stuffed animals, candles, and flowers continue to grow outside the East Williamsburg deli, where a stray bullet took the life of K.O.R. Patterson Moore just 2 days ago. Mourners, some who know the baby's family and others, complete strangers, gathered to reflect on the devastating loss that has some of them questioning their own sense of security.
It's hard to move. It's going to take a while before this community could come back to normal.
This has affected everybody, every mother. They feel it. And this thing will go on and linger with all of us for a long time. A long time.
On the heels of such injustice, a glimmer of relief, as police say they took a second suspect into custody in Pennsylvania early Friday evening by NYPD detectives assigned to the U.S. Marshals Regional Fugitive Task Force. That suspect believed to be the driver of the scooter carrying the gunman. On Thursday, NYPD tracked down the alleged gunman as 21-year-old Amari Green. Surveillance footage captured the moment when they attempted to flee and was struck by a car. Green
Should have got struck by another one right after that.
who suffered a broken leg in the collision, was arraigned tonight from his hospital bed. He's being charged with 3 counts of murder, attempted murder, 5 counts of criminal possession of a weapon, and 2 counts of attempted criminal possession of a weapon and assault. While charges are still pending for that second suspect, community members vow to rally around this baby girl's family.
I'm glad they caught the guy, and justice is going to be served in prison. They're waiting for him in there. Trust me.
So once again, a second person now in custody in connection to this shooting of a 7-month-old. Charges still pending tonight. Reporting in East Williamsburg tonight, Andrew Ramos, CBS News, New York.
Tell you like this, homeboy better check in the PC or something. He better get in protective custody because they gonna tear him up. I want to pray for K.O.R. again, and every time we see her, we want to pray for her and her family, and we want to give out some love, and we want to give out our respects to everybody in the community out there that's suffering and going through these tragedies. This is a sad time for everybody. As you can see, it's bringing everybody together. I can't see any sort of way that any one of these guys are going to get away with any of this. And I think that anyone that's ever involved in anything that has to do with her harming a child in any way should be arrested and locked up the same way. I want to pray for her soul, pray for her family, as well as everyone involved in this tragic situation on this Easter Sunday, you guys. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because, yeah, Trump declares that the evil won't prevail in this Easter message as Iran, as we wage on with what's going on with this WAR. I don't want to put the blame on one side, but that's how they're spelling it out, and I'm not going to say it like that.
This Holy Week, I'm proud to join with Christians across the country and around the world to celebrate the most glorious miracle in all of time, the resurrection of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. In his life, Christ displayed true humility. In his death, he modeled true love. And in his resurrection from the tomb, he proved that even death itself will not silence those who place their trust in Almighty God. As it says in Gospel of John, for God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, for whoever believes in him should not perish, but have eternal life. Eternal life, such beautiful words. This Easter, millions of Christians all over the globe will be reminded that because of what Jesus did on the cross, all of us can live every day with hope in God's promise, knowing that in the end, evil and wickedness will not prevail. In the spirit of joy and renewal this Easter, we also celebrate the extraordinary resurrection of faith and religion in America. As I have often said, to be a great nation, you must have religion and you must have God. In churches across the nation on Sunday, the pews will be fuller, younger, and more faithful than they have at any time in many, many years. Religion is growing again in our country for the first time in decades. Happy Easter to all. May God bless you. May God bless the United States of America. Our country is doing so well like never before. Thank you.
All right, you guys, let's keep on moving forward. Double tap their screen, get those likes up. I told you we had some work to put in today. Now we got to get on over to this new smoke. That's right, we got some new smoke that's arising over Israel as Iran launches more of those missiles. Got to get back to the regular news, you guys. This is what's going on. Do your boy a favor. If you appreciate the content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We're almost at that 100,000 mark, you guys. We're about to get that plaque soon. Let's go. Let's get to more work.
It's day 2 in the urgent search for a missing U.S. airman after an American fighter jet was downed by Iran.
Meanwhile, at least 4 people are hurt after the regime fired missiles into central Israel.
Chief Correspondent Jonathan Hunt joining us from Tel Aviv with the very latest. Jonathan.
And let's get straight to the breaking news that has been breaking over the last few minutes. Another alert here, another strike. And as you look into the distance over central Israel there, you can see that thick plume of smoke from an impact scene. Now, from our experience, that is not one of those smaller cluster munitions.
Again, another urban area. People, innocent, ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Look.
Bomblet from those, that looks to us like that may have been a direct missile strike, which would be one of the first we've seen in this area for quite some time. You can tell just by the thickness of the smoke there that that is much more than one of the bomblets from a cluster munition. Now, we've been under attack here in central Israel for several hours this morning. This the second or third alert that we've had. We're waiting now. We usually get word pretty quickly on the number of injuries or casualties of any sort in a strike like this, so we are awaiting word on that right now. The earlier one that you mentioned, the 4 people who were injured, those were very light injuries, but as you can see, this is a pretty serious strike out there on our horizon. Central Israel is the only location we can give you because of the censorship rules here. But you can see that smoke just keeps billowing. That does speak to the fact that this was a significant strike. We'll keep.
And that the WAR is far from over because as you can see, they're still launching missiles. And again, what we do over here, we want it to be all the way over because we don't care about what's going on when it comes to that. We care about the people. We care about the ones that are losing their lives. We care about the children, the families, and the people that have nothing to do with it. So over here at Our Bottom Line, all we want is this thing to come to an end. Pray for every single family and anyone affected. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because now we got to get on over to Trump because he says the fact that one of those the fighter jets went down, it's not going to affect the negotiations. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen. Let's get it going. See what he's talking about with this one.
Welcome to Meet the Press Now. I'm Kristen Welker in Washington, and we are following major breaking news in the war with Iran after an American F-15 fighter jet was shot down by Iran today, deep inside Iranian airspace. It's believed the 2 pilots ejected from that aircraft. 1 pilot has been rescued and is alive, and a search and rescue operation is underway right now for the 2nd pilot. We're also just learning that 2 U.S. military helicopters involved in the F-15 search and rescue efforts were struck by Iranian fire, but the service members are safe, according to a U.S. official. Iran state media released these images of what appear to be fragments of that downed fighter jet. A regional governor in southwest Iran is calling on Iranians to try to find the missing American, promising a substantial reward. This video appearing to show a U.S. C-130 tanker and 2 helicopters flying over southern Iran as the U.S. is conducting its search and rescue operation. The White House says the president has been briefed on the incident, which marks a significant escalation in the war. This is the first time that we know of that a U.S. aircraft has been shot down behind enemy lines since the conflict began almost 5 weeks ago.
How many people remember that movie, Behind Enemy Lines? If you're thinking like that, hope not. I hope it don't go down like that. I hope they got him out of there.
Now, all of this comes after President Trump has for several weeks now been touting the success of the U.S. military operations against Iran and claiming U.S. dominance over Iranian airspace.
My question is this. Over here at Our Bottom Line, we always try to get right to what the people are saying, and we always try to get to the core of the root of the issue. Since we're already there, would you guys like to see an actual person that's from Iran that's talking? Basically what's going on here is she's out there trying to support what's going on, because the Iranians, actually, certain ones of them, they want this thing to be over, and they would like a regime change. For some reason, there's a lot of people that are from our country that feel as if they know better than actually Iranians, or actually Iranians, or actually anybody, because they are from here. But I'm assuming that they may be family, whatever their reasons are. I just look at it like this. If someone is from somewhere and that's where they are, and they know what's really going on, I'd rather listen to their accounts of what's going on more than someone that doesn't, because I feel like they may have more of a political opinion and they just may be out there demonstrating for that specific reason. So now we got a situation where we got this woman that's saying, okay, convince me of what? I'm Iranian. Because this woman tears into an anti-war protester and she thinks that she knows what the hell she's talking about. Check this out right here, you guys. This is pretty crazy. She's going to be like, yeah, well, I'm Iranian, so what are you talking about?
She's right. Iranians are asking for the bombs. Oh, no, they are. I'm a journalist. I'm in contact with Iranian youth who are asking to be bombed. And you are standing here supporting a terrorist regime. What are you doing supporting a terrorist regime? Why are you supporting a terrorist regime? I understand bombing is bad. Convince me of what? Of rape? Of women not having no rights? I'm Iranian. I've been imprisoned by that regime. This has got nothing to do with Palestine. This is about a terrorist regime in my country. I can't even go to see my father's grave. I'm left as a refugee. You should think about it. She's right. Iranians are asking for the bombs. Oh, no, they are.
I saw that thing was coming down, down, down. After a while, if she would have started listening, she probably would have changed her tune. Let me just explain something right here. I did not do that for any specific reason. I did not do that for Iranian against, I did not do that for any reason. I did that to prove that a lot of times we have these people out here that are picketing for things that they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Or they possibly got paid, or they possibly just want to be a part of something. Want to just be a part of something. That's why I made that. That's why we did that for that statement. Had nothing to do with any specific beliefs or anything like that. You saw that reality check, Terry. Thank you so much. That's what I'm talking about. Exactly. She looking pretty stupid. Looks like Israel doesn't stand a chance. Now look, again, I have no sides of this coin that I'm choosing. All I'm saying, if it was this, if it was prisoners that got, fed something that made them throw up and it wasn't good for them, and then you got people outside like, oh my God, don't go after the people. Wait a minute, we the ones that had this stuff that we ate, whatever like that, and then made us throw up. So what the hell are you talking about? You didn't even eat none of this crap. That's what I'm talking about, and I had to do it that way because you guys are going to try to blow it out of proportion, especially the trolls. You know what I'm talking about. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. I see you trying to slide through 55 Coffee House, Lisa. Don't try to do it, because guess what? Had some of your coffee yesterday. Was that good coffee? Had to just tell you that real quick. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to Pennsylvania. Emergency responder recounts the moments where a small engine plane had to land on a busy highway. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. And yeah, y'all might want to check into my friend there, Lisa, because she got that good coffee. From where, Lisa? Talk to him real quick. Tell him where that coffee from. Let's keep on moving forward over here. Double tap that screen, get those likes up. Emergency responders. I'm talking about, they always tell you when you're a pilot, sometimes you may have to land in the wildest of places. You may have to find a field. You may have to be on the highway, and you may have to even land in water. Keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go to this emergency landing that happened in Philadelphia. Check this out, you guys. Breaking.
Going to begin tonight with a daring emergency landing on a very busy highway. Good evening to you. I'm Ross Stevens. I hope you had a great Saturday. The pilot of this small plane was forced to set down in Lehigh County after having some engine issues early on in the flight. Take a look at this map. It happened on I-78 in Weisenberg Township. That's about a half an hour west of Allentown. Tonight, our Eva Anderson is speaking with a first responder who rushed to the scene.
This dashcam video shared with CBS Philadelphia captures the terrifying moment a driver in Lehigh County witnessed a plane land in front of her car just after 9 a.m.
Now that's a good pilot right there. You got to give it to him. That was a damn good pilot, because the fact that the propeller was not even moving fast, right?
Weisenberg Township, I-78 eastbound, mile marker 45, for an aircraft.
Moments later, emergency responders radioing in.
10-4 for a commuter plane that landed safely on I-78.
State police and multiple fire companies responded. Investigators say a 65-year-old pilot from Michigan was flying from New Jersey to Indiana with a passenger on board when he reported engine trouble mid-flight. Officials say he tried to reach a nearby airport, but instead had to land on the eastbound side of the highway. Luckily, there were no injuries.
Probably the best possible outcome for an incident like that.
Justin Oswald is the chief of the Weisenberg Fire Department. He says he and 15 other members of his volunteer crew rushed to the scene.
I did briefly make contact with the pilot and the passenger. You know, we had to make sure, are you okay? And just checking in.
65 years old and still doing this thing. Is that another Sully right there?
On everything. They were fine.
His team also helped detour traffic to the nearest exit as they waited for the plane to be towed away.
We shut the interstate down right away so that the appropriate authorities could come on out and do what they needed to do.
Oswald says they also monitored a small fuel leak from the plane, making sure they were ready in case a fire broke out. He says this incident is another reminder that emergency responders truly need to be prepared for anything, including a plane landing on a busy highway.
It's not something you deal with when you're going through the fire academy. It's not something that we do on our weekly training nights. So I'm very proud that the crew, they stepped up and as they always do, they knew what needed to get done.
A close call ending in relief for all involved. Eva Anderson, CBS News, Philadelphia.
That was a hard landing. That was a hard landing right there, but he made it happen. 65 years old. He need to be training pilots right now. Good call right there, and thank God that they landed safe. There's always some beautifulness in these stories that I love to share with you guys. Oh man, let's keep moving forward, you guys. If you appreciate the content, it's Easter. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. Let's see if we can get up to 500 likes. Let's go ahead to Florida right now, because we got a situation where the Republicans moved to hold a soft on crime judge accountable. I think all of the soft on crime judges need to be held accountable, especially after the cases like this one. We got a father who unalives his own little daughter. Now the mother and father are being held in prison. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's get on over to Florida. Let's double tap that screen, because what that does is gets more people over here once YouTube sends up the signal. Let's get on over here and check this out.
Judge Tiffany Baker Carper. She sits on the 2nd Judicial Circuit Court in Florida. Now, the judge you are looking at, she made the decision to release a man named Daniel Spencer on bond after his conviction for attempting to engage in sexual conduct with a minor. That was just 1 month earlier before she let him out. Now, Judge Baker made this decision despite prosecutors asking that he remain in jail while awaiting his sentence. That decision had deadly consequences. Spencer went on to allegedly kill his stepdaughter, who you are looking at, beautiful 5-year-old Melissa Missy Mogul, on May 19th, 2025. She lost consciousness at her house and arrived at the hospital with signs of severe child abuse. Both her stepfather and her mother are indicted on first-degree murder, but this could have been prevented. It is yet another story of violent recidivists let out onto our streets to commit murder. And Governor Ron DeSantis is saying enough. He's outraged, calling for the impeachment of Judge Baker.
You have the power and you have sufficient numbers in your chamber to impeach this judge, Tiffany Baker. Until you start holding these judges accountable, they are going to continue to find ways to benefit the criminal element. This was an outrage. This was such an easy call to make sure that this guy was put behind bars.
Okay, we're doing it early right now. I want to know if you guys agree. If you guys think that he should have been left in prison and never got out from the first time, we're going to just do the thumbs up, and I want to know what you guys have to say. I'll read it because we're already 5 in. If you don't believe that he should be locked up, if they should do this, I want you to give me a thumbs down if you do not agree and tell me why you do not agree. And you may want to say, hey, case by case, it may be a certain reason why they let him out. I get what you're saying, but let me know what you guys are thinking. Majority of people here I see so far coming in. Okay, whoever the defense attorney was in good with the judge, Crystal said. That's a good call right there, Crystal. Yes, he should be locked up still. Judge should be convicted. Okay, he's a disgusting person. Okay, so all of you guys are thinking that this, okay, let's keep on going.
And this judge refused to do it, knowing the risks, and the result has obviously been a tragedy.
Governor DeSantis also signed Missy's law, which eliminates bond for those who commit dangerous crimes. And here is Missy's family. Ahead of that bill signing, they are wearing matching pink t-shirts that say, "Our Disney Princess." But while Florida's taking action, the question is, what will the federal government do? Will they take action? Senator Sheehy is here with a plan to take action to protect innocent Americans. But can Congress get the job done? Senator Sheehy, tell us about the JAIL Act.
Well, the Judicial Accountability for Irresponsible Leniency Act, Kaylee, is an answer to exactly this problem. Governor DeSantis is setting a fantastic example of Florida about this. These judges need to be held accountable. Many of them have lifetime bench appointments. It's very hard for them to be held accountable in any way. And we understand that judges need to be able to be independent to make tough decisions. That's part of the design of our republic. But when those decisions lead to the deaths of innocent people, when we have DeCarlos Brown, who killed Irina Zarutska in Charlotte, who'd been arrested dozens of times. We had Byron Hernandez, who pushed a veteran onto the tracks in New York City. He died last week, 2 weeks ago. He'd been arrested, deported 5 times, arrested for violent crimes dozens of times. These criminals who were repeatedly let out on the street with no accountability and then reoffend, there has to be a mechanism to hold these judges accountable for the death and the destruction that their decisions have caused. This is going to do that.
And
oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. They think, oh, you know what? He's going to be rehabilitated. He's going to be able to get out. It's not going to give him that much time. Or the ones like yesterday that I showed you guys, they had to get locked. They only got 5 years because they felt like, well, at least we got him locked up on something. That reminds me of when Nino Brown got locked up. Come on, man, stop playing with me. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. We got to get on over to Los Angeles, LA, California knows how to party. Let's get on over here because now we got to get in a little information about the fraud and the waste and the spending. Did you guys know if the fraud wasn't going on, we would actually have enough money to not even have to worry about Medicare and Medicaid anymore? But there's so much theft that's going on between those programs that we almost have to worry about these programs coming to an end. I want you guys to check this out. When you hear these numbers, it's going to be astounding, and it just makes a lot of sense. I don't care if it's Dr. Oz and some of you don't like him. I don't care if it's Dr. Seuss. If the numbers are correct, what do you think about this right here? Let's move forward. I want you guys to double tap that screen and get those likes up because I want you guys to see what's going on here when it comes down to this California cracking down on this hospital care providers. Check this out, y'all.
Weeks, 221 hospices in California.
So wait, in the state of California, 220.
Yeah, in Los Angeles, not even the state, in Los Angeles. So we're able to dramatically accelerate a process that had been meandering along in California. And we believe that there are 1,800 hospices in California. That's, by the way, about a third of the entire nation's hospice load is just in Los Angeles. We're going to be able to shut down, we hope, appropriately half of them.
We saw what happened in Minnesota. Now we're seeing the tip of the iceberg in California. Every time we see a fraud bust like this, it's framed as kind of bad actors, and that it's happening on such a large scale because the system allows for it. What incentives inside Medicare and Medicaid are actually enabling this kind of systemic issue? It's obviously been going on for years, right?
Well, part of it is that the government had been fragmented in its approach. So yesterday, the U.S. Attorney, Billy Asalee, led the charge. He got the Office of Inspector General, the Department of Justice. He got everyone working together. We're bringing in Scott Bessent in Treasury because guess what? Bank fraud's a big part of this. And we've also got a problem that's even larger, I think, in that we had told people in the federal government for the last 4 years under the Biden administration, don't do your job. Literally, we told people who were in charge of fraud that they should just sort of calm down. We don't want to have a big problem with this. This is not a legitimate issue. Just enroll people. We kept score in Medicare and Medicaid by looking at how many people were in the program, as opposed to were the right people in the program. Let's extend that now to autism. So what happened in Minnesota is they would pay moms to dishonestly say their children had autism. Brett, if you have a child in a neighborhood that's autistic and needs support, it's expensive and it's worth the investment. We should do it. It's the right thing. But if every child in the neighborhood is autistic, then no one really is getting those services. So you take scarce resources and funding and you now stretch it out. But here's the biggest message I can deliver tonight. This is critical. If these corrupt fraudsters are willing to steal your money, they will steal your health. They'll steal your life. I've seen it firsthand. Hospice owners who are willing to throw away the benefits that these older folks should have, and they die because they don't realize they've been tricked into signing up on hospice they never wanted. We have the same thing happen with durable medical equipment. Brett, we're right now in the epicenter of this. Durable medical equipment suppliers in South Florida outnumber the number of McDonald's by twofold. There's twice as many people selling wheelchairs and canes and braces in South Florida than there are McDonald's. How is that possible?
All right, so do you have enough people? Does this task force have enough stuff? Are you going to be able to get after this to the point where the American people can go, okay, this is moving the needle, this is making a difference?
Yes, because the president and the vice president and the task force says yes. So I spent yesterday, when we weren't doing the bust, talking to collaborators and talking about how we're going to be able to recruit the right people back into government, because we need people. And by the way, please, I came on the show in part to recruit folks. This is a generational opportunity to serve your nation. If you're interested in this space of fraud, come on, give us a call. We want to hear your tips. I found out that of the referrals we were getting in my agency from the Office of Inspector General, these are like detectives finding fraud, we were only acting on about a third. Well, if you only act on a third of what detectives are telling you is fraud, you're throwing away a lot of good intel, but also the detectives stop referring cases because they don't think you're serious. I told my team I want 100% of their referrals acted on, and I want to hear about it if we don't do this. And that's what everyone across government is doing, because the vice president has made it really clear. He doesn't want the gaming anymore. He doesn't want one arm of government holding back another arm. We are all laser focused on dealing with the crisis. The American public is furious alone. We would double the life expectancy.
Thanks for doing this. Fraud is the topic of the day, and obviously you're at the forefront of some of this. Broadly, the American people don't have a full sense yet of how big a deal this is, right?
Well, if you just look at the money that we pay as a federal government for insurance, which is for Medicare and Medicaid and related programs, we think there's about $100 billion of fraud.
$100 billion.
Now, let me just put that in perspective so that folks can sort of anchor on. A lot of Americans who are working are concerned that Medicare won't be there for them. They're worried it won't be solvent. If we're able to take out the fraud in Medicare alone, we would double the life expectancy of the Medicare Trust Fund. It would add years more to the solvency of this program, which would give comfort to everyone working today that it's going to be there for them. The question really is, how did it get so bad? And part of it is COVID, because when you start throwing money at problems, you don't watch where it's going, and fraudsters learn they can corrupt the system, because they never realized it was so easy to steal from the government.
Yep. And the government got overwhelmed because so many people were doing it. So as soon as they said, we'll help out, everybody just jumped on the welfare line and just said, you know what, we need some too. Keep on moving forward, you guys, because we're going to stack this deck the right way. If you appreciate the content that you're getting from us right now this Easter Sunday morning, how we were working it out and banging it out and keep on going no matter what, I'd appreciate for you to double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. Or go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell down there so that you know when we're on. Let's keep on moving forward now. We got these right. We're getting right to the point because he said a lot of points that we wanted to hear as far as like these people do not care about our elders. They don't care about the people that they're putting inside of these centers. They just want the money because they found ways to go around the back door and get it. Let's get on over to San Diego. We got an illegal elderly care facilities couple. They're accused of running an illegal elderly care facilities, and they're looking at 19 years in prison. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen and get those likes up. Let's go.
County prosecutors have filed charges in what they're calling a disturbing case of labor exploitation tied to elder care facilities. Authorities say a husband and wife forced vulnerable workers to work around the clock while paying them just a fraction of what they actually earned. Our Wiley Jahari is live downtown with all the...
So imagine you're only getting paid $7 an hour because you're an illegal immigrant, and then they trying to take that from you too. They was pieces of trash. They was low.
Details. Wiley.
Hey, Christina. Yeah, you know, they are calling this a case of human trafficking and wage theft involving elder care homes in North County. We're told that those being charged really took advantage of their workers' immigration status, making them do things like work 24 hours a day. And that's not all. Take a look. According to the district attorney, the husband and wife who ran 2 elder care facilities in Vista and Escondido, just anything to say on any of this, are being accused of paying workers less than $7 an hour.
These cases have profound impacts on workers and their families.
In addition, demanding around-the-clock care of elderly patients, including those who were immobile and nonverbal.
The cruelty didn't stop at the clock. The defendants preyed on her dreams for a better life. They withheld a portion of her meager wages every month, promising to pay an immigration attorney to help her gain full legal status.
Prosecutors say the investigation started with one worker who came forward, leading to at least 2 additional victims.
We adopt the morning's speech and her pleas of not guilty, denying any and all allegations. She has been advised of her constitutional rights and signed the acknowledgement.
The defendants, Rolando and Maria Corpus, arraigned in court earlier, now facing 3 counts of human trafficking and 3 counts of wage theft.
If convicted, they face a maximum of 19 years and 4 months in prison.
Any comments whatsoever?
And they face fines of up to $500,000.
Homeboy face tells it all. He's just like, man, where's the car at? Where's the car?
And as you saw there, we tried to speak to the husband and wife as they exited the courthouse. However, they did not seem to want to comment or interact much. Now, prosecutors say more victims could possibly come forward as this investigation continues. Again, if convicted, we heard there that they could face up to 19 years.
Oh boy, they wasn't even paying the right people. We don't even know if the people that were working there had the right certification to take care of the elderly. Hopefully we don't find out about losses of lives in these locations. Want to pray for these people, want to pray for the elderly who are caught up in these situations and getting ripped off because they may not have family or people that can look over them. Want to just make sure that we're shining a light on this situation as much as we can over here, Lord, on our bottom line. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, because do you guys think Barack Obama is a liar? Because that's what they're saying over here. The House Oversight members say that Harris Faulkner that is reporting that there's a story that's breaking wide open that you guys may have heard about fixing and making up stories. What do you guys think about this situation right here that's going on, Barack Obama? Do you think it's even important with what all that's going on now? Do you think it's being overshadowed with bigger news?
Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard dropped a bombshell over the weekend in the form of 100 documents. She says that massive Russia hoax was essentially directed by former President Barack Obama. Now she's sending everything she has found to the U.S. Justice Department and is asking the department to prosecute. House Oversight Committee members are calling for accountability.
there needs to be criminal prosecution and arrest. You know, lying under oath, putting out a false intelligence report, that's a violation of 18 U.S. Code. If we don't stop this, if we don't actually say this will not be tolerated, this is not a Democrat or Republican thing. This is about the health and the sanctity of a constitutional republic, and so there needs to be arrests. This is not partisan. This is simply illegal what they did, and we're simply upholding the law.
Justice correspondent David Spunt is in Washington. David.
Hey, Harris. Tulsi Gabbard says the Obama team previously found no Russian interference in the 2016 election, and then suddenly before Donald Trump took office in early 2017, she says the Obama team changed its narrative. Critics say Gabbard is conflating two different things. Fox News Digital obtained a declassified copy of the presidential daily brief for then-President Obama dated December 8, 2016. It reads in part, "We assess that Russian and criminal actors did not impact recent U.S. election results by conducting malicious cyber activities against election infrastructure." Then she says shortly before Trump took office, the intelligence seemed to change and allegations about Russian interference to help Trump were rampant.
There's no question in my mind that this intelligence community assessment that President Obama ordered be published, which contained a manufactured intelligence document. It's worse than even politicization of intelligence. It was manufactured intelligence.
Now, Democrats, Harris, say Obama's team was always concerned about Russia sowing discord online via Facebook and other social media channels to ruin Clinton and help Trump. In 2020, the chairman of the Intel Committee at the time, Marco Rubio, then Florida senator, now Trump's top diplomat, released an exhaustive report. He said in a statement the committee found absolutely no evidence that then candidate Donald Trump or his campaign colluded with the Russian government to meddle in the 2016 election. What the committee did find, however, is very troubling. We found irrefutable evidence of Russian meddling. Senator Jim Himes is a Democrat from Connecticut on the Intel Committee.
Keep on moving forward, Joe. That's enough about that. But we got to cover it because it's what? In the news, in the news, in the news, in the news. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen. Happy Easter, everybody. Yes, we got to get through the serious news. We got to keep on moving forward with what we do, trending topics, current events, much, much more. Especially if we've already started a topic, we got to keep it moving because we got to follow the paper trail. We got to follow the breadcrumbs. We follow the money. We follow the information. Do me a favor, if you have not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? We're on our way to 100,000. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got another situation where another liberal prosecutor is under fire for a sweetheart plea deal for migrants. Yeah, murder suspects. Yeah, still going on. They like these sweetheart deals.
Okay, a progressive prosecutor in Northern Virginia is back in hot water. Fairfax County DA Steve Descano is facing some backlash over some sweetheart deals given to migrant murder suspects, cutting down decades-long sentences to just 5-year terms. Unbelievable. Bill Malugin is live with the details from our Washington newsroom. Hi, Bill.
Aisha, good morning to you. Fairfax County, Virginia has been all over the headlines in recent weeks, and not for a good reason. 3 out of the 4 murders that have happened in that sanctuary county so far this year have allegedly been at the hands of illegal aliens. And now we have a new jaw-dropping headline. You just mentioned it. The progressive Commonwealth attorney in Fairfax County has given a pair of illegal immigrants, both convicted of murder, a sweetheart plea deal that will give them only a max of 5 years in prison rather than potentially decades. Commonwealth attorney.
Do you guys think this is correct? Do you guys believe that stuff like this is fair? Because we have a lot of different mixed emotions inside of the comments here. We have a lot of people that say, hey, well, even though they're illegal, they're still human beings and they still deserve their day in court. And then we got other people that's like, if they need to be deported and then they need to go to jail. Soft on crime is not working. Sickening. 5 years for murder. WTF. We also got what about the felon president? There you go. See, stuff that has nothing to do with this, but they like to throw that in there. You should have let him stay. Actually, we should see what else he had to say. No, it's not fair. Not fair. Let me ask you a question. English rascal, do you speak it? Okay, do me a favor, you guys. If you guys agree with the policies of sanctuary cities, if you agree with the policies of sanctuary cities and liberal judges, I'd like to see a thumbs up. Tell me why you agree with the policies. And if you do not agree with the policies of sanctuary cities and liberal judges, I'd like to see a thumbs down. I will read anything that you got going along with that. Want to keep on moving forward to get the rest of this story out so we can keep on topic.
Steve Toscano's office tells Fox News, quote, "The plea agreement was the only way to ensure that the defendants were incarcerated. Since the victim's body was found in a creek the next morning, there was no DNA or physical evidence at the scene. All witnesses in this case were terrified to come forward or assist with prosecution." But it doesn't stop there. 3 separate illegal aliens have already been charged with murders in Fairfax County. So
now this is another case right here. You guys remember this at the bus stop. And I see you got thumbs down, thumbs down. We got heck no. Same rules for all. They don't even take care of these people here. Gotta go enjoy your day, everyone. Okay, see you later, Sophia's. Sophia's determined to any country. Okay, detriment, thumbs down to everybody's what positions you're in.
So far this year, one's accused of stabbing Stephanie Minter to death at a bus stop last month. A second is accused of hacking a man to death in his home with a machete. And a third is charged with beating his 3-month-old daughter to death. DHS is reacting, saying, quote, "Of the 4 defendants in Fairfax County murder trials this year, 3 are illegal aliens. Governor Spanberger must end her sanctuary policies that allow these illegal aliens onto our streets and work with DHS to protect the citizens of the Commonwealth."
So they be out in 5 years, you guys, and hopefully we'll be under an administration that's going to start deporting, because if not, that means they'll be right back out in the street in 5 years. Trump ain't going to be here when these guys get out.
Border Czar Tom Homan says the change in leadership in Virginia has been devastating.
I mean, elections has consequences. I live in Virginia. Spanberger took over and she moved so far left, she's not even recognizable anymore. Look, in that city, Fairfax, they've been a sanctuary city. I've been complaining about them for years. Sanctuaries are sanctuaries for criminals.
And the Fairfax County Sheriff is notorious for not honoring any ICE detainers, no matter how heinous the crime is. And illegal immigrants.
So when they pull up like doom 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 doom, ICE, ICE, baby, get them! And when they get them, and when they put them in the back of the car and they looking around out there, and they looking at the dog and they looking at everybody, you know what those illegals are saying? Don't worry. We're going to get right back out. We're in a sanctuary city, sadly. And then they get the release and right back into the street to do it again. Sorry, you guys. That's just how it is on that one. We never played it out that way before, but it happens to be true. Got to keep on moving forward, you guys. That's enough for that story right there. Sadly, that's happening. But I know what you guys want. You've been asking for it. We could be talking about basketball. We could be talking about anything. But you know what you guys are always going to want to go into? That's right. Jeffrey Epstein files. We got a couple of survivors that are suing the Department of Justice and Google. That's right, the Trump administration as well as Google over the release of private information. Let's get on top of this topic, you guys. As you know, we do the best. We are continuously peeling the layers back of this onion to see where it leads us, and we're not stopping. You guys appreciate the content? Come on now. Let's go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell down there to let us know when you're on. And if you're a big spender, spend a little money on us, because it costs a whole $2.99 to join and be a member. Come on, y'all. Let's double tap that screen and get it going.
Abuse survivors of late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein are now suing the Trump administration and Google. The class action lawsuit is over the alleged disclosure of personal information from the Justice Department's release of the Epstein files over the past few months. While the government later withdrew the personal information from the publicly released files, survivors say it was too late. They say their info continues to show up in search results and AI-generated content. We reached out to the DOJ and Google for comment, but have not heard back. Let's bring in NBC News senior justice reporter Ryan Riley. And Ryan, tell us more about this suit, specifically why Google is involved and where the suit goes from here.
Yeah, you know, there was a lot of websites that basically replicated the release of the information from DOJ, putting it in other formats. And so all of that is still sort of out there on Google because a lot of that information was initially published by the Justice Department. It's accessible in other formats. And so that's essentially what this lawsuit is focusing on, trying to get some change from Google and make sure there are some financial penalties in the plaintiff's view to encourage them to stop this sort of thing from happening in the future, Christine.
What else are the survivors seeking here with this lawsuit? What are they saying?
Yeah, we have a statement, part of the lawsuit here that says that the victims here were suffering from renewed trauma, and that strangers call them, they email them, they threaten their physical safety and accuse them of conspiring with Epstein when they are in reality Epstein's victims. And so what they're arguing here is that because this information continues to be published online, this is causing them additional stress and trauma. And
it's just like if you get an OF account, all of a sudden, I'm gonna give me an OnlyFans. Next thing you know, you do that, right? That information is always going to be out there. And then you get to one day where you be like, I don't want to do that anymore. Well, it's a little too late because you already put that information out there. The internet is like that. Once you put it out there, it's really hard to scrub unless you really got some money, and you got to start paying other companies to start trying to get some of that money, that content down. Believe it or not, it's actually possible to do. All of the rich people like be doing stuff like that, paying to get that content to come down, you guys, when they don't want to make their names look too bad. They spend that dough that way. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. I really would appreciate it. We got 25 more likes to get into. If you guys like what you're seeing right here, come on now. I know it ain't nothing to give up some likes. I know it's Sunday, but it's still Easter. Get up. Come on, wake up. It's Easter Sunday. Wake up, y'all. Let's go. We got to get on over to New Mexico. And why the police are searching for, I can't say, at Epstein's Zorro Ranch. They're searching for, buried possibly at Zorro Ranch. Hopefully they're not going to give up on this, looking for this information. Or even if they find places where they possibly already did some digging and they probably took some, out of there. Let's see if they can retrieve anything like that. Because we're going to Zorro Ranch real quick. Jeffrey Epstein's former ranch.
What exactly happened at Jeffrey Epstein's ranch in New Mexico?
We have a ton of allegations, records of horrible abuses that occurred.
This is what these investigators are trying to find out, using specialist dogs trained to search for human remains. And we visited too, traveling with the relatives of one Epstein victim as they...
So just so you guys know, this is about 8 minutes, 15 seconds, and the way that we do it over here, just in case you want to watch this whole thing, because we're not going to be able to, you can go check it out on Why Police Are Searching for Oddies at Epstein's Ranch. Why Police Are Searching for BOOGOTTINYC, that's right, at Epstein's Ranch. It's the ITV News. That's the ITV News. Go ahead over there, check this out. We're only going to get a little bit of it, but let's keep going.
They seek answers themselves. Dig the hole, find out, using specialist dogs trained to search for human remains. And we visited too, traveling with the relatives of one Epstein victim as they seek answers themselves.
Dig the whole property up, every single inch and every single line, because those girls deserve justice.
And face up to the horrors of this site.
Where would they go if they even managed to break from the property and get all the way to the gate? Where would they go?
It's a little surreal.
For Sky and Amanda Roberts, this is the most painful of pilgrimages.
Does it really hit you until you get here?
Visiting one of the places where his sister, Virginia Roberts Giuffre, was abused by Jeffrey Epstein and others at the remote Zorro Ranch in New Mexico. They leave a symbol of their campaign for justice, a butterfly.
She would be very proud, I think, wouldn't she? I hope so. I think that's one of the hardest parts. Is I know she would, if she was here, she'd be doing it.
They are on a crusade for the truth here in the remote wilderness of New Mexico.
So yeah, y'all, hopefully they keep this going on. Hopefully the government in New Mexico keeps on their independent investigation, which they do have going on now. Hopefully they keep on getting into it, you guys, and following up. And if they do find anything, you know what that's going to make Jeffrey Epstein now, right? Not only a pedo, but also an murderer. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. Let's hope that we might retain something, and we might not. Let's get on over to London, because we got more situations coming on across pond. Everyone is saying that the king is complicit, as well as the royal family. Something about them paying $12 million. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see what's going on over here, you guys. Let's go.
Morning.
Good morning to you.
Wow. Almost everything that many people, you and Lowney and other people have said, is starting to come to pass. Beatrice and Eugenie, who are increasingly being dragged into the furore over their parents' relationship with...
Just so you know, Beatrice and Eugenia are Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson's daughter. They have been asked not to come to the Easter Sunday Easter egg hunt. So they're not going to be able to come because guess what? A lot more information is starting to come out about them. And now the king is wants to distance himself. Let's go.
With the convicted paedophile Jeffrey Epstein. This morning we hear that they are going to miss the Easter church service after the Andrew scandal. Rupert Bell told me this morning it's convenient for all sides. But the pressure and the light is being shone on these two girls, and there is increasing proof that they maybe are up to their necks in a little bit of as well, Di.
Well, yes, when I heard this news, the cynical in me said, I wonder what now the royal family, the king and his advisors have been advised. And it seems to me quite clear they are trying to put some blue water between the royal family as a whole and these two. And as you rightly say, Andrew Lowney and indeed myself have said there's sufficient evidence to look at some of their dealings over the years, and particularly in respect of nearly £1 million or over £1 million they received collectively from a variety of what I would call dodgy people. So
they've already been doing sketchy things is what he's basically trying to say. Something involving £1 million that they really got from some dodgy people.
Unfortunately, I think the investigation by Thames Valley Police should now extend not only to the two daughters, but also their mother. And where is she, I wonder?
Well, I heard some bizarre, crazy theories over the weekend that she's in California, she's in a remote Scottish island. She has not been seen, I think, since before he was arrested almost. But you read these stories that she's in America trying to hawk around a book. I mean, here's a question for you. That's her last roll of the dice. I'm sure a publisher, whether they agree with Sarah Ferguson or not, will publish it because it will go through the stratosphere. Are they going to try and keep her on side for fear of that book if it came out or not?
Well, I don't think it's a matter now for the royal family. I'm hoping that Thames Valley Police, unlike the Metropolitan Police, have some gumption and they actually will go after anyone where there's the evidence. And I've been saying this for many, many years.
I think Andrew going to wind up getting locked up. He's going to get investigated. They're going to find some more stuff that has to do with those kids and what Ghislaine Maxwell basically did, which was allegedly provide young you-know-whats for him. And this here is like even crazier. I told you guys I thought that Sarah Ferguson might go ahead and write a book. And look at what she's doing. She's at the end of the road and she has no dough. She's got to write a book. She's got to do what she's got to do. She got to write a book. She got to do whatever she can because she's broke. And Jeffrey ain't here to give her no more money. She's getting no more love from the royal family. And her and Andrew got booted out the Royal Lodge. She even got kicked out of the charities. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. Thank you, Guy and Else. There's protests in Andrew's home. I don't know what you're saying. I'm sorry, it got by me. I apologize for that. So sorry, but thank you for the $5 super chat. We got to keep on moving forward. Let's get on over to Philadelphia, you guys, where bullets ripped through a car, hit two men, prompting a powwowing investigation. Still going down in Philadelphia, you guys, and as you know, we go all around the world. Coming back across pond. Come on over here and double tap that screen. See what's going on with this situation right here in Philly.
Well, police say this all happened just after 8 o'clock tonight. They say that witnesses tell them it was some type of altercation that led to a shooting. They've been focusing their investigation on two of those cars over there. It's a dark gray Jeep and a black Kia SUV. Police say witnesses tell them Two people got out of that gray Jeep and started firing at the black Kia. That black Kia has multiple bullet holes in it, one of them through the windshield. Investigators say the driver of that Kia, 23-year-old man, was shot in the face. He's now in critical condition at the hospital. Police say there was a second person who was also shot, also a 23-year-old male who was shot in the arm. That victim told police he was walking in the area when the shooting occurred. Police say they are still working to determine what led to these shots being fired.
It does appear that the shooting or the altercation that led to it began a little bit farther closer to the shopping center, because we have a crime scene that extends probably about 100 yards with some shell casings closer to the shopping center than they are to the actual vehicles.
So they straight up grand theft out there, blah, 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 while they driving. The
shooting may have occurred and the individuals may have still been in the vehicle when they were, after they'd already been shot. And one of the vehicles, as you can see, lost control. Many of the persons that were in these cars just ran from the scene.
Now, officers did say that they recovered a gun inside that Kia, but they're not sure if that gun was used at all tonight. Again, police say when they got here, only the two shooting victims were here on scene. They're still working to figure out what exactly happened. Reporting in Nicetown, Kelsey Kushner, NBC 10 News.
Oh,
police.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Philadelphia, Philadelphia, Philadelphia. Yes, we're doing it again. Another prayer, another one for people that lost their lives in tragedies. And again, it's not even summer yet, Lord. Please protect us, and we know what's going on out here. We're paying a lot of attention. We know that once it becomes hot and the weather starts to get warmer, we got a lot of people out there. They stay out later. They get attitudes, they drink, all sorts of things come into play, Lord. But we ask that you continue to keep on looking over us and our families as well as our animals. We ask that today on this Easter Sunday. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, to Wisconsin, because now we got body cam footage of this Wisconsin officer before the pow-powing. You guys remember this video? If you've been here every day, you remember this video, because this is the one with the police officer that was hanging on to the side of the truck, and the guy wouldn't let him off. Yeah, he had no choice but to do what he had to do. Check this out, you guys. Double tap. We got to keep on going. We working. Let's go.
In Wisconsin, a Milwaukee police officer clings to a moving truck as body and dash cameras roll. The video, at times blurred by police, shows the officer drawing his weapon, his frantic partner following after watching them take off.
My partner's on the side of a flatbed. He's going about 30 miles an hour.
It all started the morning of March 12th. Watch as an officer approaches the white flatbed, looking, investigators say, for 35-year-old Jonathan Otto.
He's in the back.
Otto takes off, a woman riding in the passenger seat. Wisconsin's Department of Corrections saying he'd missed multiple parole appointments stemming from a prior charge of fleeing or eluding an officer when they learned of assault and strangulation allegations against him. The officer hangs on for roughly 2 minutes, warning he'll shoot. Suddenly, you hear him say, "Are you done?" Then he fires the fatal shot. Otto was killed. His family outraged.
I feel like he executed my son. I mean, yes, he was fleeing, but absolutely there.
Yes, he was fleeing, but all you had to do was pull that damn car over, man. That truck.
There was no reason to shoot him.
Police say the woman who was in the car is unharmed, and the officer who had minor injuries is on leave pending an investigation. Tom.
We thank you for...
First, I see somebody in the comments that says taser. I don't think that they think about that once they're in that situation. I'm going to tase him until he stops. So now he like this. Bzz, bzz, bzz. I guess the other one is even worse, because now he's boom. And then maybe even another worse situation, right? No matter what the case is, bizarre, crazy story. You got it right here from our bottom line. What we got to do, that's right, we got to send up the prayers no matter what. Stupid decision. Didn't seem like he was really trying to hurt him. It seemed like more of a fleeing situation because of the parole. We want to pray for the person that lost their life. Yes, we definitely do. and the family member, as well as the female who was in the passenger seat that had to deal with that. These are tragic situations that can be avoided. Many people look at it like, I don't want to go back to jail. I'm not going back. I get it. But if you do the crime, you got to do the time. Sad part about that. So we're going to pray for him, his soul, his family, and everybody involved. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Siblings allegedly connected to improvising a boom, boom, boom and leaving it at an Air Force base. Remember this one? When they tried to flee and go to China? No, they didn't get away. They got him, and guess what? Now they're trying to figure out what they're going to do with him. But over here, we got to follow up with him. Oh, matter of fact, I got something real entertaining for you guys after that. You guys are ready? Let's keep on moving. And yes, window up couldn't use a taser. That's right. Call backup, bro. How about that? You know what? Follow him and call backup. Fantastic idea. Where he going with a flatbed? You're right about that. I like that idea, and I'm going to acknowledge you right there.
On the evening of March the 10th, 2026, Alan Zhang planted an improvised explosive device. Often we will hear terminology in the IED. For those who have covered bombings in the Middle East will know by that terminology. He placed it outside the visitor center at the Air Force Base in Tampa. The device did not detonate, but minutes after the device was planted, a 911 call reported that a bomb had been placed on the base. When that phone call came in, no location for that bomb was in fact given in that 911 call. The MacDill personnel searched the base and the entire base and did not find the device at that time. The next day, the individual who placed that bomb, Alan Zhang, and his sister made plans to flee to China. On March 11th, Zhang and his sister purchased tickets to China and sold the vehicle that was used by the defendant, Alan Zhang, to bring the improvised explosive device from his home to the visitor center at MacDill. That before the device was, the law enforcement was brought in to take the device on March the 12th of 2026, Alan Zhang and his sister, Anne Mary Zhang, fled to the People's Republic of China. So by the 12th, they were gone. On the 16th of March, Air Force Base security found the device in question secluded. They immediately contacted law enforcement, and law enforcement, the gentlemen that you see, ladies and gentlemen that you see before you, responded. The FBI safely removed the device and determined it was in fact an IED. Less than 24 hours later, the agents identified the IME number for the phone used in the 911 call. And those of you familiar with the IME number, it's an International Mobile Environment Identification number. That's more than you want to know, but it is essentially a digital footprint for that phone number. When they did that, they identified that digital footprint as belonging to Zhang, and that Zhang had purchased that phone at Best Buy. These agents and law enforcement officers then got the film from Best Buy in the videotape. They identified Zhang purchasing that telephone at Best Buy and that he had driven the SUV in question to that location.
Now that is some investigative work right there, y'all.
On the 17th, Anne Chang, the sister, came back to the United States. The defendant, Alan Chang, has not returned. On March the 18th, less than 2 days after identifying Zhang, the search warrant was obtained by the FBI to search Zhang's home, and they found IED components consistent with the bomb that had been placed at MacDill Air Force Base. The agent spoke with Zhang's mother as well as the defendant, Anne Zhang, and both of them conceded that they knew that Zhang had told them, Alan Zhang had told them that they planted the bomb at MacDill Air Force Base.
Got him. There you go, y'all. Double tap that screen, get those likes up, and then Zhang got popped, and now we're going to follow up with that. Good, and I'm glad that they did not go off to hurt anyone. I don't know what people's agendas are. We don't understand, because a lot of times they say stuff like, I was angry. But why do you have to try to hurt so many people just because you're angry? Lord, continue to keep on looking over us and keep on doing what you do. because we not only pray to you when bad things happen, and we need you for consolation and your love. We also pray to you and thank you for protecting us so things don't happen. Amen. Happy Easter, everybody. Let's go. So let's keep on going. We got to get on over to New Jersey right now, where Queen Latifah is from. South Jersey, to be exact. Well, we got this man who was accused of the number 6. That's right, the number 6 assault against children for more than a decade. Yes, that's right, you guys. Over a decade. He needs to definitely be seeing something that has to do with a wood chipper right here. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen to get those likes up, y'all. This is crazy. Hold on, let me see this. Make sure I got it right here. Where we at with that? There we go, right here.
Well, a man in South Jersey who works as a teacher's aide is facing a long list of charges.
A teacher's aide. Keep reminding, if we had mayors, we got sheriffs, firemen, all sorts of people from different lives. Now what we got here is another teacher's aide like yesterday.
Jersey who works as a teacher's aide is facing a long list of charges, accused of sexually assaulting multiple children. Authorities say the investigation is ongoing. CBS News Philadelphia's Ross Timotei.
Now we need many more people to come over here to see stories like this. We need to make sure that everybody that's possible has hit that like button. Why? I'm going to explain it. Everybody else doesn't. When you hit the like button, more than 10 people, YouTube sees that and they send up a notification, the heading. More people come over. Don't believe me? Hit that like button and you're going to see people start saying, oh, what's going on over here? And then we got it from there. I want people to see stories like this and see what's going on out there. Even though it's Easter, they need to be aware from what people are doing. And you can't even hold this back from your children anymore. I honestly look at stories like this as talking points. This is why I bother you so much about your phone. This is why I bother you so much about letting me know where you're at. Because we can't even trust certain people. We can actually use some of this to sit down with our children and have conversations. Let's go.
Joined us from outside the Atlantic County Prosecutor's Office with more on this disturbing story. Good afternoon, Ross.
Good afternoon, Siafa. So the prosecutor here in Atlantic County tells me that the suspect and the victims were not strangers and that he was familiar with them. And now, because of how closely he worked with young children at his job, they're worried there could be more victims.
Really horrific. It's one of the reasons why we're here today is that there's a total of 16 charges.
43-year-old Sean Stebbins is behind bars, accused of sexually assaulting multiple children under the age of 13.
The parent of those children reported to the Summers Point Police Department, called out to us, and then we started the investigation and we did victim interviews.
Investigators say there was other sexual abuse as well, and that the crimes against the 4 victims took place in Summers Point between 2014 and 2025. Atlantic County Prosecutor William Reynolds says Stebbins is also accused of possessing and producing child porn.
11 years he's been out there. 11 years that we know of.
Selling pornography, creating pornography with a child under the age of 13, multiple first degree, multiple second degree. A first degree crime in state of New Jersey carries 10 to 20 years in state prison.
Authorities say Stebbins is employed as a pre-K teacher's aide at Woodbine Elementary School in Cape May County. We reached out to the school district and have not heard back.
This gentleman, based upon my personal knowledge, he didn't start in the school.
He's not a gentleman, he's a piece of trash. And my question is, what's going on with the vetting with our children?
School district until 2022, and these crimes started back to 2014. So while
2014 from 20, y'all heard those dates. This is what I keep on trying to reiterate to you guys. It's been a long time he's been out there with the kids.
We reached out to the school district and have not heard back.
This gentleman, based upon my personal knowledge, he didn't start in the school district until 2022, and these crimes started back to 2014. So while these crimes were occurring, he then obtained a position at the Woodbine School District.
Reynolds says there are no reports of abuse by Stebbins in Cape May County yet, but the investigation is ongoing.
It's access, right? And that is my biggest concern. That's why we're doing these interviews now, is to make the public aware that if there are additional victims, we would ask that the parents bring those children forward and have us interview them, whether it's Atlantic County or Cape May County, and we just want to get to the root of what's actually going on, because when you don't know, that's the scary part.
Now, Stebbins is currently being held nearby at the Atlanta County Jail. He is scheduled to appear for a detention hearing on Monday, but prosecutors tell me that is likely to be pushed back because he has not yet hired a private attorney. We're live in Mays Landing. Ross DiMattei, CBS News Philadelphia.
We've been having this problem the entire time, Charisma. They don't seem like they do good enough background checks. What's up, Casey? How you doing? Yeah, that's great. They don't seem like they're doing enough background checks when it comes down to these people. They really don't. It seems like they just give anybody the job. And if you guys remember, I don't know if you do remember, do you guys remember where they were saying that they couldn't find too many people to take the position, so they were just recalling people back, even when they got fired or for bad stuff that they were doing in certain states? I guess when they're looking for people, they just don't do the vetting that they need to be doing. We got to keep on moving right now, you guys. We got to keep on going. And before we do that, I'd like to pray for the children who are victims in this tragic event. I'd like to pray for anybody who was ever in a situation like this. I would hope that anybody who is dealing with this at this time, they're getting much help that they can get, and they're being able to try to get their lives back together on track as much as possible. Because we know the number 6 assault is very severe and very serious. Many people take it different ways, and some people take it in other ways. But we take it very serious over here, especially when it has to do with our children. And we pray that they get the healing that they need. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Yeah, we got American Airlines now. We got to be careful now, because the last thing you need is the FIRE when you're on the plane. I know a lot of people like to take their laptops on the plane and write and look at movies. We got people that's taking their iPads on the plane and they like to look at them, right? But guess what? Problem with that is this. There's a lot of lithium battery fires that's going on. And the last thing you want is for a fire to go on overhead while you're in a plane at thousands of miles in the air. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen and get those likes up, because these are very serious times right now, and we may have to find other ways instead of, I might just have to, let me see, I might just FedEx my laptop if I wanted to be somewhere, because if I'm thinking about it myself, you know, especially with the Apple laptops, with these batteries that go haywire, gotta be careful out here, you guys. Let's double tap that screen. I want you guys to know about this serious story here.
As millions of people travel for spring break and Easter, we're looking at the safety of electronic devices and battery packs during flights. Battery fires on planes are a
Somebody says that lithium does not handle well in high altitude. I also do not think it handles well in cold temperatures like the snow. You have your battery charged all the way up, you go outside for a minute, now it's on 35.
Growing problem, and airlines are concerned. Some carriers are now limiting their use. Chris Van Cleve visited an FAA research center where they're trying to improve safety.
Dramatic cell phone video of a fire burning in the overhead bin on an Air
Now imagine you on Air China and you over the ocean and this is going on.
China flight last October. The airline says a lithium battery stored in a passenger's bag spontaneously caught fire.
We got a mayday, mayday, mayday. There's a fire in the back of the aircraft. Start the fire rescue.
And in 2024, San Francisco firefighters rushed to handle this burning battery.
Flight attendants are incredibly concerned about lithium batteries because they're a part of our workplace every single day. We do need to have better tools. We need to...
Those bikes are dangerous. In my building, they had said it was one of my neighbors. She put the bike in the hallway to charge. Sad part about it, that was the exit and the entryway. Yeah, so as the bike goes boom and sets on FIRE, they got to run past that FIRE to get out. It was crazy, you guys. You probably heard about it. Some people got really hurt behind that one there. Be careful with the lithium bikes and with the lithium batteries. Very serious about that. Do not be going out there getting them cheap batteries off eBay and all of that. Get the official ones if you have to use that.
To have as much focus on this as possible.
Work to do that is happening inside this lab in Atlantic City. The FAA is studying exploding lithium-ion batteries. This test, focused on luggage, is part of a larger series looking at battery fires in the overhead bins. Inside the bag, a power bank in thermal runaway, a chemical reaction resulting in uncontrollable overheating of the battery, sparking a fire that burnt hot enough to melt our cameras. Now think about that fire in the cargo hold of an airplane. That's why airlines don't want lithium-ion batteries in your checked bags.
It is the worst thing that could happen on an airplane.
Robert Oakes is overseeing the testing.
So what we're looking at now is
is there a safer place to put these, and can we develop guidance based on that?
If you're on the plane, what do you do?
So if you notice that your device is, say, overheating or getting hot to the touch, it is starting to swell or smoke, immediately call the flight attendant and they will fight that fire. And our guidance is to use water, as much water as possible, to cool the batteries.
The number of fires is rising. The 96 last year account for about 14% of the incidents over the last 20 years. Most have been caused by battery packs and...
What we got here, Ms. Swan just says, the post office asks people if their package has lithium in it so they don't send it on the plane. Smart idea.
Vape devices. The researchers showed us how dangerous a power bank fire can be in the cabin. Look at how fast this seatback goes up in flames as the fire burns at over 1,500 degrees, as potentially toxic fumes and thick smoke fill the air.
It will burn very hot, very intense. It will set adjacent materials on fire very quickly.
Several foreign carriers have banned flyers from using power banks during a flight. Southwest Airlines has some of the strictest battery rules among U.S. carriers, requiring portable chargers and spare batteries to be with the passenger in the cabin and, when in use, be visible to crew members. CEO Bob Jordan.
The main thing here is we're getting in front of any safety issue, and I feel comfortable not only that we're doing the right thing, but that other carriers will adopt our standards.
Yeah, everybody gotta go. Everybody's gonna have to get on this now. Even if they say stuff like you can't bring it, I wouldn't even get mad. I would not get mad, especially if they say we'll mail it back or whatever. Hey, I would not be mad. You know what? Safety is very important. I have noticed my iPad always gets hot on the plane, shaking my head. Thank the Lord, no cameras around. Growing up, good days to used to meet on the corner. I don't know what you're talking about. Fumes are very toxic. People can't breathe that. Who else we got? We got Top Zionist Choice. That was a good comment right there. You're right. This is interesting, informative. Those pieces of equipment should only be allowed in the cabin and no checked baggage. Same with the vapes. That's right, you guys. What's up, T-Will? Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. We're trying to get up to 100,000 subscribers on this Easter. I know we can't do it in one day, but I know we can try. Let's go ahead and get those numbers up. If you have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so. Hit that notification bell down there so that you know we're on. It's Easter Sunday and Purple Sunday, one of our favorite days of the week. Now, I got something for you guys. They say when your car is getting towed, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Sometimes you might be in the shower. You might have to come out with a bunch of suds on you. Sometimes you might be asleep. You're waking up. Oh my God, got to get those crabs out your eyes. You got to run out there and you got to stop that tow truck at all costs. Even if you work in a, that's right, you guys. Even if you work inside of a, I ain't going to say it. I'm going to let them say it. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. We got a half-naked D-Rag Quiznine running out of the bar to try to save his car from being towed. Yes, so they went to the D-Rag Queen Club and they were doing their rounds, and I guess they said, oh, we got one here. Let's put the boot on this one. And the next thing you know, Big Bootsy ran out. Oh, you can't tow my car. Got the butt pads on and everything. Had to reveal him herself, huh? I got the boot. Sam Champion said I would date that guy, and I'm not. What? No, you didn't. When you see that face, you ain't gonna think that.
What the? I don't have anything that will not stay.
Well, baby, that's how we do it at Fantasy Nightclub. Okay. Y'all see this? This is crazy.
Yeah, y'all, they go everywhere. They go everywhere looking to take the gutters. They parking enforcement, they don't care. That's, you know what I like about parking enforcement? They show right there that they don't discriminate. Woo! Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up, you guys. What the hell is going on with our planet? Yeah, that little 10-pound vape goes through thousands of illegal shores to get lost. 705 people here. We only got 302 likes. All right, Kendra Walker, thank you for letting me know. Come on, y'all. You got to do better than that. 705 people. Y'all didn't find that funny. We got to be able to at least hit the 500 right now. I want to see 500. Please, I want to see 5 on it. Let's get those likes up to 500 right now. Thank you so much for letting me know, Kendra. Let's go, you guys. I know that you can do it. Come on, y'all. Come on, come on. I'm not playing no more videos until we get 100 likes right now. Come on. I know what y'all gonna do. They be acting like it costs money, Kendra. They be like, oh my God, Jim, we don't have the power to tap the screen. We're gonna just leave instead. But you know what? We cool with that. You know why? Because when you leave, we get a whole new slew of people that don't mind hitting that like button, and they deserve to be here. Especially for the new stories that we got coming up in the health and wellness section. If you guys are gonna be around for that, okay. But if not, you're about to miss out real big, because we got a good one today. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. That's right. We got to get on over to the Federal Reserve. Talking about money to burn. Where'd that come from, you guys? Anybody remember that movie? You mean to tell me they set it on fire? That's right, you guys. When I saw these big bankrolls of money moving around, I said, you know what? A lot of times we get tempted from seeing nature. A lot of times we get tempted from seeing food. But you know what? A lot of times we get tempted from seeing that money, 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 money. That's right, you guys. Let's go over here and see what's going on with this inside the Salt Lake Federal Reserve cash processing operation. Let's see what goes on with that Monty over there. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with that.
Federal Reserve manages monetary policy, influences interest rates, and keeps cash flowing.
Rarely do people get a look inside, but KSL News specialist Andrew Adams received an eye-opening tour through the Salt Lake City branch today. Andrew?
Well, just the
don't go nowhere. Trust me.
Sheer amount of cash is staggering. At one point, I was standing next to a pallet, and I look at a sticky note, and it says 320000000. It was $32 million of $50 bills, and our guide told us right next to that was another pallet of $100 bills worth $48 million. As you can understand, security was high, so we weren't allowed to shoot our own video of some of these areas.
Outside, it's a place one could easily overlook, but inside lies a fortune few people ever see.
Especially when you're talking about, a lot of currency in one physical building.
This is the Salt Lake branch of the Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco, essentially a bank to commercial banks.
Commercial banks, they're able to deposit and order currency with us. That's a great way to describe us. We are the bank's bank.
Abby McLennan says the cash processing facility here takes in excess money and old currency from banks in the region. And workers inspect every...
Do you see all of the money behind her on the floor back there? It's almost the same height as the person.
Single bill as they're sorted and prepared for reuse at a volume that's hard to comprehend.
I've had a time or two where I'm behind a container that's being pushed down the hall, and I think, man, that thing has, over $20 million in it.
Between the 5 processing centers in the San Francisco district, workers estimate they process 25 million notes each day, all while discarding daily $100 million in unfit bills. They admit a few fakes make it all the way to them.
Somebody said, wait a minute, I'm glad I don't work there. They wouldn't like me. Let me chill. Look at y'all. Look. See all the money on the floor, right?
They're actually sent off to the Secret Service to confirm that they are a counterfeit.
Cash transactions, they say, may be on the decline these days. but the decline is flattening.
We do not anticipate that it completely going away. There continue to be preferred use cases where cash is the most valued payment form.
And with that, workers say keeping all that money moving through the banks and to the public is a role they'll treasure.
They got pallet jacks full of money, y'all.
Long into the future.
People take a lot of pride in the work that they do, and so that just lends to, I think, a healthy and friendly environment that you're walking into every day when you come to work.
He's doing it like he's stacking loaves of bread, like real.
Well, the Federal Reserve also manages monetary policy and influences interest rates, and we're told that effort takes root at the local level. The woman we talked to today said she's constantly busy talking to business leaders about a variety of topics that impact economics, including AI and even the conflict in Iran right now.
Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I thought that you guys might be inspired to see those big money rolls. Yeah, you saw that, right? Somebody says, yep, I'm going to Yale. And they ain't say that, they said jail. Facts, Will. Gang of thieves. Devil wants you to steal money. I got like 10,000 in my name. Give me some of that, goddamn it. More money. Here we go. What else y'all got for me? 400. Let's get them up. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. That's right. You right there on the screen. It's right there. Hit those dots. Hit the 3 dots on the screen right there, and that's going to get those likes up. Really would appreciate that. When you work around that type of money for so long, you get desensitized by it. I guess I saw an episode of Twilight Zone one day where this man was imagining that he constantly robbed the bank, and then this other guy was able to read his mind, and he thought that he actually did it when he did it. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. More money, more money, more money, or doom, 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 doom. Now, what y'all want to do? Talking about the Benjamins, y'all. Let's keep on moving forward. We got a situation over here where we got the Pooh Shiesty situation going on. I know we said we wasn't going to do it, but let's see what they're talking about with this Pooh Shiesty situation since he done went ahead and Gucci Man. Yeah, Gucci Man got kidnapped.
And several suspects accused of kidnapping and robbing rapper Gucci Mane and others are set to face a judge again on Monday as their high-stakes detention hearing continues. In federal court today, prosecutors say what was supposed to be a business meeting at a Dallas recording studio quickly turned into a violent, coordinated crime. 5 of the 9 people charged, Lontrell Williams Sr., Rodney Wright Jr., Darian McDaniel, Corday Johnson, and Demarion Gibson appeared in court. Investigators revealed new details about what they say happened on January 10th. Just after 1 p.m., 3 victims arrived expecting to meet with rapper Pooh Shiesty or Lontrell Williams Jr. Instead, prosecutors say it was an ambush. An FBI special agent testified that Williams Jr. brought 1 victim into a private studio room. Others followed, shut the door, and an argument over a contract quickly escalated. Williams Jr. had Rodney Wright, also known as Big 30, retrieve a bag with an AK-style pistol, then pointed it at the victim, forcing him to sign paperwork releasing him from his contract.
Tried to go up there and do the NWA move with Ice Cube, but you don't do it like that. Get yourself knocked up and locked up like that. Now you're definitely off the label, and no other label want to do business with you. Don't understand why you did that one. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. Let's get the rest of this, y'all.
According to the agent, investigators say multiple suspects then pulled gun, robbing the victims of jewelry, cash, and personal items. 1 victim was choked and injured. Outside security could not get in. Prosecutors claim the exit had been barricaded by Big 30. Surveillance video captured parts of the incident. Authorities say the group later fled, some back to Memphis, others staying in Texas.
They said Big 30 blocked the door.
With some even posting cash and stolen items on social media. A judge has...
And then they did the stupid move like, yo, look, I got such and such chain. I got their money. So now you know what the feds did? Thank you. Screenshots, evidence. Thank you for incriminating yourself and admitting you did it. You can't do that stuff no more nowadays, you guys. It's not about the rap beef no more. It's about the real cases. Oh my God. Let's keep on moving forward, Joe.
It's now ruled there is probable cause for charges including kidnapping, robbery, and conspiracy. One of Big 30's attorneys, Murray Wells, spoke with us after the ruling.
There are certainly gaps in the evidence. The thing doesn't make sense. Sort of the way it's put together in the complaint doesn't make practical sense about how the way this may have happened. So we use this as an opportunity to sort of learn what their theory is.
Between you and we already heard Gucci's probably not gonna come to court about this the same way Cameron didn't come to court, because when you're in a certain type of rap, like, you know, gangster rap and certain things like that, the last thing you want to do is do what? Take the stand. Gucci ain't that type of dude, so if anything, probably try to find his own way to deal with it. Going to definitely drop him off for 1017. He's definitely probably never going to be able to get signed anywhere else. Pooh Shiesty, stupid move. And then, and just so you guys know, look at the person, look at the situation, and also just so you know, that is the reason why they call the masks the Shiesty, because of this rapper right here, Pooh Shiesty. And guess what the definition of the Shiesty is? What he represents. So now, even knowing that even more, don't you think that they should be pulling people over that's running around with Shiesties on? Exactly. If you don't believe me, Google the word right now or ask ChatGPT. What is a Shiesty and where did it come from? That's right, you guys. And they out here pushing it real hard and real strong because they think it's okay to push ignorance. Double tap that screen and get those likes up, because guess what? Not only is Hunter, I can feel it, Biden out here getting lit. Yeah, he ain't the only one. But at the Bahamas, we got the sharks. That's right, the sharks in the water are testing positive for that Coca-Cola. And I'm talking about that other kind of Coca-Cola, you guys. That's right. How are the sharks becoming influenced by the Coca-Cola? I guess because it's in the water.
I don't know. This next story kind of sounds like the plot of a horror movie, but it is all true. Sharks testing positive for drugs in the crystal clear waters of the Bahamas. We're talking painkillers, caffeine, cocaine. According to a new study that was published in the Journal of Environmental Pollution, scientists captured and tested 85 sharks across multiple species near a remote island in the Bahamas. And scientists say about 1/3 of those sharks tested had detectable levels of drugs in their blood. Now, this is serious because researchers say they're concerned about what constant exposure to these chemicals could do to the shark's health and to the balance of the entire marine ecosystem. And maybe more importantly, if the drugs will make their sharks more aggressive towards people.
You mean to tell me that the sharks running around like this? You know how they get that little bite? Sharks out here like this. And get a freeze real quick with the shark. This is not funny, you guys, because they're harming the animals. It is so bad now, it's affecting the sea life. Lord knows, the sharks. What about the whales? What about the orcas? What about the, what do they call them little things? The seals. They probably out there getting it in too. They probably out there dealing on the water like, yo, what's good? I got it, y'all. Pull up. Come on, you know I got that good stuff, y'all. We just got a big shipment that came in over here. George took it over there. He got it over there, y'all. What y'all need? We got y'all.
So is it safe to go back into the water? For that, I want to bring in Dr. Tracy Fanara. She's an environmental engineer and research scientist. Thank you so much for taking the time. Natural first question is, how are the drugs getting to the sharks? Are tourists flushing them, throwing them in the water? Are they being dumped by smugglers? And also, how are they in such a form that they can be readily ingested?
All great questions, and it depends where you are, because in a previous study in Brazil, we found that it was likely that sharks were being exposed due to illicit activities, very highly concentrated urban wastewater. In the more recent study in the Bahamas, these substances were found in the shark's blood, which means that they were likely consistently or chronically exposed to these chemicals at very low levels, so likely from wastewater overflows, septic. One study says that about 85% of the wastewater entering the coastal waters is either poorly treated or completely untreated.
They probably was biting open packages or something. They see the package and they see it floating in the water. They probably was like, ah! And as soon as they bite it, what's up, y'all? Let's keep on going. I don't know. I have no idea. Somebody said Fortnite. Well, now you know why it's called the Great White Shark. There you go. Shark face. The animal has its own system to make money. Okay, there you go. Boogotti had no political affiliation. I really don't. The shark said, "I'm Rick Shark, bitch. I'm Rick James, bitch." It's Rick James is the shark version, right? Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Hell of a drug. Double tap that screen and get those likes up, you guys. We got more to get into. This next story, you're not going to get it from nowhere but right here. And if you really appreciate the content, we should have been at 500 likes already. Come on, y'all. Let's get those likes up. Ain't nobody going to be showing you nothing about no, I can feel it, hunter biting sharks. Come on now. I know we can do it. Let's get the 5 on it. I need 5 on it. Come on, all 5. 500. Come on. We deserve it. Let's get it. And also, give me all the money in your pockets. Give me all the money in your pockets. We taking donations too. Why? We got the Verizon bill. You guys told me to get premium. And when people tell you to spend money, you can start asking them for money. So since you guys wanted premium Verizon, hey, look at that up there. It says premium. No more commercials. You notice that? We're going to need you to go ahead and kick in. We ain't saying no more. We thankful. Appreciate you. Let's double tap that screen and get over here because these two folios right here was thankful too, even though they're only 11 years old. Yep, and I think that even though if 11-year-old, 12-year-old, 13-year-old, if your parents can send you outside at that time, to that age, to do certain things, they say it takes a village to help out, but also it takes a parent to send the right type of child out for the village to be able to deal with. So in this case, when the parents or when the children are young and they do bad things, I think that the parents should be brought up on charges or sued. If you've got a minor that breaks something, the parents should be able to be sued. If that minor is of a certain age and they get a pow, I think that the parent should be the one that's taking the charge as well. That's just the way that I think about it around here, you guys. Let's go. Get on over to Baltimore, because you're not even going to believe the age. 11-year-old twins caught trying to break into apartments and cars in Maryland. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen and get those likes up. These two were trying to break into cars.
Al's off the hook for what Harford County Sheriff's deputies say were attempted car break-ins in Bel Air.
Deputies and victims of the alleged crimes now frustrated that the twins aren't facing criminal action.
But as Fox 45's Keith Daniels reports, one victim is looking at another path towards accountability.
It's called coddling. It's called, yeah, well, you know, they got to get released on their own recognizance and their parents will come get them. When they're a certain age, all they get is arrested. Their parents come get them. They go to court. That's it.
Well, we're told the twin boys in this case are no strangers to the Harford County Sheriff's Office. Investigators say these same boys faced similar charges in Baltimore City 2 years ago. And tonight, more serious allegations against them.
When they were 9 and 10. And I'm going to ask the same question that everybody else is asking. Where are their parents at?
In Bel Air, the Harford County Sheriff's Office describes what they're calling a brazen mid-morning attempt to break into several cars. The suspects, 2 11-year-old twins. The young boys caught, but then let go.
And that's what happened here. They committed a very serious crime, and all we could do is call mom to come pick them up.
Deputies say they got the call at about 10:30 Monday morning. They responded to the apartments at Bel Air Complex on Bryn Hill Drive. Reports of 2 masked individuals on the property.
I wouldn't believe in that Section 8 housing. I see you over there. I wouldn't do it. I don't like it because of the people that it bring. Y'all can come in what y'all want, especially if they got kids, because this is what happens. They always say, well, you know, they've got kids, so let them stay. You know what kids do? They cause floods. They break stuff. They steal Amazon packages. Not all of them, but yeah, not the ones that's not being taken care of, the ones that's not being watched. That's what they're doing. And now you're going to bring more of that to the neighborhood. I feel for you. I understand.
Trying to break into cars. One of them, this red 2015 Hyundai Accent. Deputy spotted 2 boys matching the descriptions given by the 911 caller. Investigators say the boys admitted being in the area, trying to, quote, steal a car so they could drive around.
They don't care. They even told the cops what they did because they know that they're not going to get in trouble for too long.
It is shocking to the conscious that we have 11-year-olds out there trying to steal vehicles, but we knew it was coming. We went and tried to tell our legislators in Annapolis under the juvenile justice reform that was passed in 2022 that it would have negative consequences, meaning sending a message that if you're under a certain age, in this particular instance, under 13, that you could commit a whole host of serious crimes and not be charged.
This man, who we will call Tony, says the red Hyundai is his vehicle. He's protecting his identity, but he's talking openly about what happened.
I think I've seen enough in life to not be too shocked or surprised at young kids doing that.
Tony says he was at work when he got the call from deputies about the break-in and the two young suspects. While deputies were not allowed under the law to arrest the boys, Tony says he will be going after their parents, make them pay for the damages.
I'll be seeking legal counsel on that to make sure that I'm clear on what can and cannot be done.
This the problem with suing somebody. You could win, but that don't mean that they're gonna pay you. What if they broke and they ain't got no money? 9 times out of 10, they probably are broke and ain't got no money. So yeah, you might win the lawsuit, but you're gonna wind up paying for your deductible, just like he said, because he has to be the one to pay for it.
The deductible is $1,000, but I think the total damages incurred was something close to $3,000.
In this particular instance?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they have to replace locks, windows, window motors, the ignition, the components around the ignition, including the plastic housing and so on.
Meantime, more frustration from law enforcement over criminal behavior from children who are let go without punishment.
If an 11-year-old is going to make that kind of decision to steal a car and get behind a wheel and put the public in danger, then they can spend time in detention and learn. It's that simple. Get them off the street, put them in a juvenile detention. They can decide on what type of reform measures to work with these young people that are committing these crimes. But to simply let them go out on the street to reoffend is dangerous, and quite frankly, it's ridiculous.
I need to know what you guys think about that statement right there. If you agree with what the sheriff just says, I want to see a thumbs up. If you agree, I need to see a thumbs up if you agree with what he just said. If you do not agree with him that they should get a little more time, let them out, maybe they'll grow out of it, give us a thumbs down. But if you do agree that they should get the time that he said, let's get a thumbs up. They need to go to his boot camp. We got nothing but thumbs up over here. Oh my God, yes, I agree. Agree totally, that's insane. Then why? Okay, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, up. There has to be accountability for the children's actions. Okay, used to hotwire cars when I was a kid back in Cleveland. Now all I do is, now they do it with a charger. It's crazy. Yeah, everybody's saying thumbs up on this. Why do black people wear purple suits? Because I feel like it. Dun, dun, dun. They're juveniles. Hell the kids. No, you got to take care of them. You got to be on top of them early. I was a bad kid myself that could have went in the wrong direction. But luckily I had teachers, and I also had, you think I'm gonna lie when I'm gonna say this? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You know what really helped me? I'm really glad they made the Children's Aid Society. Doom, 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 doom. I'm really glad they made the Children's Aid Society. Doom, 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 doom. They help me with my homework when I'm starved. They help me when I'm down and out of luck. They help me when I'm growing up. And my parents too. Remember that? The Children's Aid Society, we used to call it CAS. Thank you so much to Joe Kirkula, who started that program and really made sure that we was really safe as children. Up at the Center 54 and many other after-school programs that basically put that program in. We were able to go play basketball. They had theater. We also had all sorts of after-school programs where you would want to go into the classrooms with the tutors that would help you with your homework. And the next day, guess what? When you go to school, the damn answers would be right, and you would be able to graduate. So the Children's Aid Society and programs like that, I like to thank you for making me the man that I am today. Also, Denzel Washington too. He was one of them too, right up in Mount Vernon, one of the products of the Children's Aid Society. Don't think I'm lying? Look it up. One of the best programs, and I hope it's still going on. If not, they need to bring it back. You guys, I hope you're having a fantastic Easter. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're enjoying life, that our Lord has given us another day to say thank you for him, to giving us another one to be together, because I'm happy. guess what I got for you guys right here? Let's go ahead and get this off the screen right here because we got much more to get into because I care about you. I really do. I actually really, really care about you guys. I think about you. I think about certain people and what they got going on. I care about what you think about the show. I care about what you think about me. And I always try to make sure I find the best information to get you guys. So if y'all want to stick in with me for 10 more minutes straight of nothing but the best information from health and wellness and really get some information, we could do it. Because what I got coming up for you right now is something that you should appreciate. We've been talking about health. We've been talking about wellness. We've been talking about getting our bodies together. We've been talking about eating right. Now we're going to get into the army, the force, the entire galaxy, which is what? A galaxy that's inside of our bodies. We have one. We have an entire ecosystem. We have an entire world right inside of here. And what is it called, you guys? It's our immune system. If we have a strong immune system, we can fight off anything. If we build up our immune system, we can fight off certain things. With the right sort of nutrients, with the right sort of diet and the right sort of health plans, we can live long and we can be here for a long time, you guys. I really hope you appreciate this video right here because every single part of it is something I love. 10 minutes and 47 seconds of nothing but information, and I'm bringing it to you right now. How the immune system actually works. It's Immune by Dr. Kurzenstock, right? Intro, we got scale, we're going to have narration, we got the immune system, we got most of the complex things that you're already we need you guys to know about. The brain, the hundreds of billions of cells that are made daily. Made daily. Do you know that we have cells that are made daily just to keep us protected? Did you know that when you get sick or when you get a cut on your finger, it heals at a certain rate and then your body, your immune systems remember how to heal you, what things to pull from your body? When you look at this video right here, I promise you, you're going to respect your body so much more than you already do. You're going to understand so much more than you already do. And if you already do know, hang around, chime in, help us out to get more information. We're going to get into this right now. I'm not even going to play around. This is one of my favorite videos that I found right here. It's got everything from shock value, from trillions of invaders going through your body and how your body fights back and actually what the antibodies are, what everything is. And how, I look at it like this. If I know what's taking care of me, I want to take care of it and make it strong as possible so that it can help me be here for longer. Hopefully you guys appreciate this content. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. This is how the immune system actually works, period. The channel is KURZGESAGT. I can't say that because maybe it's Russian. Kurgenstock. And in a nutshell, that is the channel. Let's get into it, you guys. I hope you're going to get as much as I got out of this because yesterday was crazy with the eyes. This is even better with the immune system. Let's go.
The immune system is the most complex biological system we know after the human brain, and yet most of us never learn how it works or what it is. Your immune system consists of hundreds of tiny and 2 large organs. It has its own transport network spread throughout your body. Every day, it makes hundreds of billions of fresh cells organized like an army with soldiers, captains, intelligence officers, heavy weapons, and crazy suicide bombers. It's not some sort of abstract entity. Your immune system is you.
All right, Terry.
Your biology protecting you from the billions of microorganisms that want to consume you and from your own perverted cells that turn into cancer. It's so manifold that it's impossible to cover in one video, so we'll make a series looking at different aspects of it.
They made a series about this. I'm going to cover the main part. There's 2 other parts to this series. Yes, there will be links in the description, but after we play it. I'm not going to let you guys see it before we play it. As soon as this is over, our show, there will be links in the description to these videos. Please give me a few minutes. Trust me, you're going to want to stick around for all of this information on how to help your own immune system.
Today, what happens when your body is invaded and your first lines of defenses are engaged in a fight for life and death?
want to get that. That's the name of the show right there, you guys. I want you guys to get that right there. See something. That's it right there. KURZGESAGT is the name of the channel. Please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I want you guys, when you get time, watch all 3 videos. They're 11 minutes each. Not even big, not even long.
It's been a normal day when suddenly the world explodes and an asteroid rips the sky open. Countless alien life forms invade, ready to destroy cities and infrastructure and eat civilians. Or this is what your cells experience. You look at your bleeding thumb that you just cut on a dirty twig in the park. How annoying. But inside the wound, a horrible catastrophe has happened. There are dead cells and blood and dirt everywhere. Even worse, countless bacteria invade the warm caverns between your helpless cells to explore their new home, steal your resources, and poop everywhere. Immediately, the first stage of your defense kicks in.
You know, I gotta step in on some of it so it's not just like we're taking all of the content, and I know that you guys are probably gonna get peed off. But I know I'm no doctor, but I would say once you cut your finger and you get in a situation like this, the first step may be wanting to clean that wound with peroxide so that you can help your immune system to move forward with the next process. Let's keep moving forward.
The cells that survived the impact or are hurt or dying scream in panic, releasing an onslaught of chemical alarm signals that awaken your immune system. The first cells to show up are macrophages. If an average cell were the size of a human, a macrophage would be the size of a black rhino. A stoic cell in principle, but you wouldn't want to annoy it. Bacteria do annoy them. Within seconds, the large cells attack and begin killing them without mercy. They stretch out parts like the arms of an octopus and grab the bacteria to swallow them whole and digest them alive. A macrophage can eat 100 bacteria before it's exhausted. But there are too many enemies, so the macrophages call for reinforcements.
When there's too much infection, they call for more reinforcement, and watch the reinforcements and what the reinforcements can do, even bring them back to life. Watch what your body can do.
In your blood, hundreds of thousands of neutrophils pick up their signals and move to the battlefield. Neutrophils are intense suicide warriors that only live to kill. They're so enthusiastic about killing that they kill themselves a few days after birth so they don't have time to accidentally destroy your body from the inside. As soon as neutrophils arrive, they begin vomiting deadly chemicals at bacteria or devour them. They are so careless in their attacks that they are causing real damage to your own cells, but collateral damage is not their concern now. Or ever. Some neutrophils go so far to push their suicide button and explode, casting wide and toxic nets made from their own DNA, filled with deadly chemicals that trap and kill bacteria. Sometimes they can continue fighting after that, even though they're sort of dead already. This is how much fun they have killing. While the battle rages, your blood vessels let fluid stream into the battlefield like a dam opening up towards a valley. You notice this as inflammation. Your thumb swells up a little.
So when your thumb starts to swell up, that's your body kicking into gear to start healing, the healing process. The thump, the heartbeat that you feel in it, the thumping, that's your immune system actually working.
And gets red and warm. The fluid brings a silent killer into the battle zone, millions of complement proteins. A sort of automated liquid weapon that stuns and kills bacteria by ripping holes into them. We made a whole video explaining them in detail. We're reaching a crossroad now. If things go well, your first line of defense kills the invaders quickly. But sometimes the enemies are too strong and would overwhelm your defenses eventually, which means certain death for you, the human.
Yes, if you get too much bacteria, too much where you can't help yourself. If your immune system is already low, yes, you may expire. So that's why I always tell us over here, let's get our energy up, let's keep our immune system up, let's stay healthy so that if anything ever comes, we got the best possible ways to fight it.
This is the hour of the dendritic cell, your immune system's intelligence officer. While your soldiers were bashing in heads, it was
This dendritic cell right here is phenomenal. It's, woo, this one right here, this make me want to learn about cells because of what it does.
intelligence officer. While your soldiers were bashing in heads, it was collecting samples by ripping bacteria into tiny parts and covering itself in it. Like a soldier decorating itself in the guts of a dead enemy. The cell leaves the battlefield and enters the superhighway of your immune system that connects all your tissues with your immune headquarters, your lymph nodes. The dendritic cell coming from the battlefield is looking for a helper T cell, which is a sort of all-purpose commander cell within your immune army.
Watch this.
But not any helper T cell, one that happens to have just the right weapon for the bacteria that infected your wound.
So you already have the cells in your body to defend you from certain bacteria. So now this helper is going to find that bacteria, and he has to look through thousands of cells to find it. Watch this, the human body, yo, crazy.
So it goes around and rubs itself, still covered in bacteria parts, against every helper T cell it meets.
He's got the body, he got the cells all on him, so when he rubs into the other cells, they can be like, I can help you. No, I can't. And all of a sudden, he's gonna run into that one cell that can help him and identify with what they gotta do to fight that bacteria. Crazy, the human body's off the chain.
Most T cells are a bit disgusted and not interested. But after a few hours, something clicks. A helper T cell recognizes the bacteria parts. This cell is the weapon that's needed right now. The dendritic cell is overjoyed and activates the helper T cell. Okay, wait. How come your immune system has a cell that has a weapon against the specific bacteria that infected you? Well, your immune system has a perfect weapon against every possible disease in the universe. Against the Black Death, the coronavirus, or an infection that will emerge in 100 years on Mars.
You telling me to just build up my immune system right now and stop messing with all that crap? Thank you.
We'll talk about this a bit more in the next video because it's very complex. So for now, just know that you have billions of unique helper T cells that each have weapons against every possible enemy.
Wow.
After the right T cell is activated, your second line of defense awakes and rises like a teenager that needs to get up on a school day, very slowly. Your heavy weapons are incredibly effective, but they're not fast. The activated helper T cell begins to clone itself over and over again. 1 becomes 2, 2 become 4, until there are thousands of them.
Wow.
Now they split into 2 groups. The first group quickly moves to help out your soldiers. At the battlefield, things are getting out of hand. A tired macrophage is ready to give up.
A tired macrophage is ready to give up. All he's been doing over there is trying his best to eat that bacteria, eat that bacteria, eat that bacteria. And it's still swollen, right? Still swollen while they're trying to fight. But they sent some help out to rejuvenate, to come and bring some troops back. Not only do these troops come back, but they can rejuvenate the troops that's already hurt. I love this. Watch this.
After fighting for days, it just wants to go to sleep, like many of its buddies have done already. But now the helper T cells arrive. One of them comes to the tired macrophage and whispers something using special chemical signals. In a heartbeat, the demoralized soldier feels fresh again. But there's something else. A hot, white anger. The macrophage knows what it needs to do. Kill. Invigorated, it throws itself against the enemy's one.
Basically turned him into Incredible Hulk.
Once again. All over the battlefield, this begins to happen. Meanwhile, the second group of helper T cells was working on activating another line of defense, B cells, your antibody factories. Antibodies are protein superweapons that look like tiny crabs with 2 pincers to grab enemies. Just like the helper T cells, there are B cells in your body that are able to make just the right antibodies for every possible enemy. And the helper T cell is looking for exactly these B cells. After a day or 2, the right B cell is found and begins to clone itself. As soon as enough clones have been made, each B cell begins pumping out up to 2,000 antibodies per second.
But all we know is we gotta cut, we gotta keep it clean, we gotta give it air, we see a scab, We don't know all of this stuff is going on in your body to make this happen. And then when the swelling comes down, why? This is the part why the swelling is coming down, because it's healing from within.
About a week after you injured yourself and bacteria invaded, your second line of defense finally arrives in full force. The tiny army begins to saturate the battlefield, pinching and stunning desperate bacteria. The antibodies clump them together and make them unable to move or fight, while your soldiers massacre the defenseless victims. The tide is turning fast. As the last enemies are cleaned up, your soldiers realize they are no longer needed and begin to kill themselves to save resources. But not all of them. A few helper T cells remain and turn into memory cells. They will guard the tissue for years, making sure the same bacteria will never again gain a foothold here.
So when you get bacteria in your body, those helper T cells actually keep that information and go back. So if it ever pops up again, they already got the fix for that. We already got the remedy for that. Your body. Make sure you take care of your body, your immune system, first line of defense.
Similarly, a few B cells will stay alive and keep producing a low amount of antibodies, making you immune against this bacteria, maybe for the rest of your life. One day you wake up and notice that the wound has grown over and left nothing but a faint red mark. You were completely unaware of the drama your cells had to deal with. For you, the whole ordeal was a slight annoyance, while for millions of cells, it was a desperate fight for life and death. But this is just the beginning of the epic story that unfolds inside you every day and is told in full in Immune, a journey into the mysterious system that keeps you alive, written by Philip Detmer, the founder and head writer of Kurzgesagt. The book is a beautifully illustrated deep dive into the immune system, the most important thing you don't know enough about that will forever change how you think about your body. Written to be as simple and fun as possible, it's been an ongoing passion project for almost a decade because the immune system is just about the most amazing and fascinating topic there is.
Now, when you think about your immune system like that, you give yourself so much more respect and so much like, wow, that's what my body can do. And now you want to find vitamins, find minerals, find foods, find certain things that enrich your cells, enrich your body to fight against all of this craziness that's going on out here and all of these different bacteria.
So go on a journey and get to know your own body, from mystery organs, murder universities, to the largest library in the universe. Explore how incredibly vast your immune system is and how it actually works, how it fights enemies from cancer to HIV or just the flu. Learn how you can boost it and if that's actually a good idea. The book will be out in 6 weeks and it would mean the world to us and Philip if you could pre-order it. Pre-ordering is super important in the world of books, and in contrast to games, we can guarantee that it's actually finished and there will be no day one patch.
Name of the book is called Immune, The Journey into the Mysterious Systems. Go ahead and double tap. Screenshot that right there, you guys. And thank you so much for saying that you really appreciate the content. I saw that. That touches my heart right there. I'm serious. I'm so happy that you guys love this content and what we're doing about this section now. I love it. Now, because I love it so much, y'all be sending me on a mission to find stuff like this. My only thing is like, will they stay around? Is it too long? Because I don't want people to get turned off by it. But I do notice that the people that really benefiting from it, you guys are sticking around to get this information, and I appreciate you for it. And I hope you appreciate me for going and looking and seeking this stuff out. I'll be having ChatGPT. No, I don't like that one. What about this one? No. Got to be something real. It has to be something with substance so that we can get something from it. Thank you so much. And when I say I want people to come over here to get some fat on their brain, I learned through my father how to teach. Not a good teacher all the way. I don't know everything, but I know how to share information the right way. I tell you that. Double tap that screen, get those likes up. How the immune system actually works. Immune. How the immune system actually works. With that hard K word, thank you so much for the health and wellness selection. Thank you for the tip. I appreciate that. I'm going to try to just spell it out. Kurzgesagt. They've got 25.2 million subscribers. and I can see why. That's the channel right there, you guys. Let's go. Also, it will be in a link in the description. And I really appreciate the fact that you guys like the content, because you know what? I really take my time to try to say, you know what? We talked about that already. We talked about this already. So we got to cover new information, and I got to keep you guys engaged so that you're learning something. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Yes, and you know what? The human body, it is another world. It just happens to be inside of our world. You have your own world inside of there. Start looking at it like that. Woo! You're going to have a long life for your world. And that's what I'm looking to do over here. Extend all of us. Let's be out here with Gray like this, with Kane still talking about it, still having plants growing. Let's talk about it. Let's teach other people how to do it. We can be the ones. Let's get on over here to this very smart gentleman, kind of like what I used to do. When I was a superintendent, a lot of the tenants would throw out cans and bottles and things like that every single day. People would just throw it in the garbage and recycle it. I said to myself, I'm not making that much money at this point in time. I might as well start recycling. Those big garbage bags, I just started filling them up one day, threw the bag in the back storage room. I had a whole big room to throw it in. Next thing you know, I'm just throwing bags every day. 100 tenants in the building, garbage like crazy, a whole bunch of recycling. So I'm throwing full bags. So they got to the point where the entire room was full with nothing but big bags, plastic recycled 5 cents refunds. Probably made about $3,000, $4,000 off of those refunds. Call somebody up. One guy comes and he takes everything, breaks you off, and you straight. What I'm trying to say is one man's trash is definitely another man's treasure. And if you're smart, probably be able to think of ways to do stuff like that too. And if you got a lot of room, might want to be like this PEI man who stockpiled bottles and cans for 2 years before cashing out. Yeah, imagine how much bottles and cans he got. Come on, y'all, let's go.
This is the day Joe McDougal has been waiting for.
They're very happy today.
Islanders now get full refunds on their bottle, can, and carton deposits.
This is my 10th trip here so far.
He said this is his 10th trip here. He's getting paid right now, y'all.
He's been holding on to his
Happy
returns
Easter,
for
Jordan.
2 years.
Thank you.
10 trips and 20,000 bottles and cans later, Joe McDougal says he still has about 50,000 to go. And he plans to use the money to buy an RV to tour around Canada.
Steve Meyer said 2 years ago they were going up, so I've been storing them since and took some across. And
he's storing them for 2 years. He can't get mad at him for being smart.
Today's a great day.
The amount paid on the deposit is still the same under the new rules. For glass alcohol bottles over 500 milliliters, it's a 20-cent deposit. And for all other container types, it's a 10-cent deposit. But now, instead of only getting half of that deposit back, Islanders will get the full amount. It's a model that's been working for other Atlantic provinces.
We've seen it in New Brunswick. The redemption rates and the awareness rates have gone up. So when you offer the full deposit back to the consumer, it entices the consumer to bring the containers back.
The program here in PEI...
First of all, they're not 5 cents out there. They 10 cents each. 10-cent refund. Yeah, 10 cans, 10 bottles, $1. Homeless, I'll be balling. I would be a baller if I was homeless. What? I'll move out there just for the cans. Start a whole business off of it.
Used to be run by the provincial government, but now it's run by a nonprofit organization.
There's certain programs that government can run efficiently and adapt to quickly, and there's other ones that are better run by industry. And this is one of them.
There will still be a container recycling fee which pays for the program. It's somewhere between 1 and 10 cents. The province says easy to recycle containers have a lower fee and some don't have a fee at all.
Don't sleep on the recycling, y'all. I'm telling you, get a place to start working, make a ton of money. Like somebody said, I know a lot of homeless people that move around with cans and bottles, and they taking care of their whole. Look at that. I used to get the cans and bottles of softball for the softball tournaments. See, and you as a kid still probably made money. My best friend died of leukemia when he was 26. He had got a liver transplant when he was. Damn, do you get the real news reels from the Kogan? Okay, let's keep on going. Dude, he's enough to buy the RV sheets. What's the refunds in the U.S.A? He had enough to buy an RV. Exactly. You know what an RV costs? Exactly. Y'all see what I'm talking about. What's the other channel again? I did not get it. It's going to be in a link in the description. Also, you need to follow our Discord. Discord is our bottom line. Once you go there, I'll send you an invite, or if you ask for a friend request, I'll go ahead and friend you and bring you in. And we always have every single one of the links in our Discord, so you guys can go back and see what's going on. And in the link in the description in this video, once we get off, it's going to be down there in about 5 minutes. I'll go copy paste it and put it down there. Don't worry, just come back to this video in about 5 minutes after we're over. It'll be there. Trust me, man of my word. Keep on moving forward, you guys, because y'all already know how we do it over here. We got to show some love to the animals. Come on now. You know we can't just leave you on an accord like that for Easter Sunday of all times. So yeah, let's get on over. I want you guys to see one of these phenomenal little, a little bird or a little animal or anything with life can show love and can show appreciation. I like birds too. I think that even though they probably have a bird brain, which means that they have a small brain, does not mean that they're not smart and that they don't pay attention. We have a cardinal. That's right, a beautiful red cardinal who got hurt. And luckily, this is why I love people. And I call certain people angels, because she could have left it there. It could have lost his life. But you know what? She decided to help this beautiful cardinal. We got a situation right here where we got a cardinal who gives the cutest goodbye to a woman who rescued him. Now, he went through a lot. She took care of him and made sure that he was okay. But just the fact that people can help a life like that, I just find it heartwarming, you guys. Yes, birds too. We love all animals. Come on, let's get it.
I saw something red in the driveway.
She said, I saw something red in the driveway.
Man, bud, are you hurt? I don't know what I thought, if he was going to talk to me or what. Got to him and he opened his eye. Oh my God, you're alive. Hey. So I just tried to go for it and I went and picked him up. To my surprise, he let me. Morning. He crawled up and hooked onto my hand. I was just standing there admiring how pretty he was. Did you get hurt in the storm? Update, still here.
I cannot believe this.
Well, he was a big red bird, though. My best friend is like, Clifford, the big red bird. Yes. I was checking his wings and his little claws. I looked up some bird rescues around the area, and they recommended I put him in a box in the dark and let him rest for a couple of hours.
It said put him in a box in the dark and let him rest for a couple of hours.
Because she thought maybe he got hit by a car or he ran into something and had a concussion.
They run into things like doors, like cars, screen doors. Yeah, they run into stuff a lot. Birds do that.
So he's in the box right here.
So he was told by the vet to put him in a box for 24 hours. Hopefully he gets better and be okay. Let's see.
And I'm gonna open it and see if he's okay and if he's ready to go. All right, here we go. Hi, Clifford. Are you ready to go? I thought from there he was just gonna fly off. Go ahead, fly away, bud. But then he didn't. Are you feeling better?
He looked better too.
Come on. I was kind of talking like, are you ready
She wants him to fly off and go back to nature and be good.
to go? Like, was that good rest for you? I mean, are you ready to take off? So I walk out of my carport into the open driveway, and he's not going anywhere. Oh, do you feel the breeze? It's kind of windy. And it's very windy, so his little feathers are like blowing in the wind. Go, Clifford. Fly. You can do it. I kept like moving my hand up and down, thinking maybe with a little bit of wind and air he would take off. He wasn't going anywhere. And then he looked at me, he chirped, and then he took off and went to the tree right beside. I think he sensed that I meant no harm. So that bye. They say cardinals come in that time to let you know that everything is okay and there's hope ahead, like no worries. Everyone takes care of one another and good things come from it.
Didn't have to do it, didn't have to care about the bird, didn't have to do jack. See, that's the type of people I like. That's the type of people I like. Tell you the truth, I love them. Anything they ever need to help them out, I would definitely be there for them, because the same thing goes for any animal. I just love it. I love animals. I love people that love animals. Just how we get down. That's just how we get down. That's how we get down. Animals love me too, and I love animals. And guess what? If you guys love animals, ain't nothing wrong with that. And any kind of animal too. Don't care if it's a sloth. Still cute to me. Let's keep on moving forward. Last but not least, I want to tell you guys, Happy Easter. It's Sunday. Got to go to work tomorrow, but guess what? Still enjoy yourselves, and I hope you guys going out to get some praise going on this morning. But you know how we do it. I might want to cheat and do a little bit more this morning. So yeah, I'm going to cheat. And you know I love the dogs, and we love to bring the dogs up. So yeah, I got one right here where you're not going to believe this escape artist right here. This is a pure escape artist. This dog was found somewhere, and they didn't know his name. He didn't have any chip. He was put in the dog pound, and what he did from there will just let you guys know. With determination, he's going to find his way home. What's the name of that? Homeward Bound. That was one of my favorite songs. Homeward Bound. We got a dog here, a pit bull, who's locked up in the shelter. He was able to unlock the shelter gate, unlock the front door, and walk home. I'm not making this up. And it wasn't an easy 2 locks to pick either. Watch this.
They checked the security cam footage, and this is what they saw. That was Dawson, a dog who was dropped off at a West Virginia animal shelter after officers responded to a call about a possibly abandoned dog in a home. A few days later, staff was incredibly surprised when they returned and they found their front door unlocked and one kennel empty. Guys, he let himself out.
He did. He let himself out both cages. The cage and the door. He's standing
You might be
up.
thinking that these locks were like super easy to open or something. No, guys. No, not even close. Not even for a human. Oh. So obviously the shelter started searching for him to see where he ended up, and a few days later, they got their answer. Okay, so it turns out that Dawson's real name is Rufus, and he does have an owner who loves and cares for him. The owner just wasn't home at the time when police arrived, and they were super heartbroken to find out that Rufus was missing. But
Do you see that face? Rufus said, I'm out of here. Wait a minute, I ain't supposed to be in no home, no animal shelter. I got a house. I got a bed. I got a bowl. What's going on? I'm getting out of here. See y'all later.
lucky for them, Rufus is, I guess, the world's greatest escape artist because he ended up walking back home after he left the shelter. I mean, honestly, they should just cast him as the next James Bond. Thoughts?
HCW Animal Control Shelter. HCW Animal Control Shelter. That's right, you guys. They said Rufus wanted to go home. Rufus said, look here, I got a bowl, I got a bed, I got a place to stay, I got people to go see. He said like that. He had to, notice those store doors, just so you know, when you have a store door like that, a commercial door lock, you have to turn it 2 times in order for the cylinder to go back. He let himself out the cage first. First, he let himself out the cage. Then walks out, gets to the front door and figures out how to unlock the front door and leaves. And then walks home. Come on, man. That dog need to be free. That's right. I looked for my dog for 2 hours crying. I came home and he had jumped the fence, busted through the back door and was laying on the floor. Look at Crystal. Crystal, that dog said, I'm going home. We're going to find my way to get home. Sounds like my 2 Sheffield XL bullies I no longer have. Rufus handled his business. Rufus went to college. Happy Easter, Boogotti from Germany, and happy Easter to you guys too. You know what point that we at right now, you guys. This is the share and share alike point. We need to get those likes up if we haven't gone to 500 yet. That's right, you guys. We got a couple more that we can do. Hit that like button. Make sure that we get what we deserve over here for Easter Sunday. Let's send your boy out of here with 500. I really would appreciate it. If you have not hit it, hit those 3 dots. Boom! Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Become a member right now, you guys. Subscribing is free. Membership, I'm sorry, it's pretty expensive. It's a whole $2.99 a month. But you know what? This is what you get. You get us, trending topics, current events, the #1 family and chat that's in YouTube history, you guys. We got 13 more likes to get to. Can we do it? Can we do it, you guys? Come on, I know we can do it. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? If I could hit the like button, I would. I'd do it to 12 right now. So come on, you guys. Count of 3. Everybody that didn't hit the like button, hit the like button. Are you ready? Hit the like button with me. 1, 2, 3. Hit the like button. Let's double tap that screen. That'll get the likes up so that everybody will know that we're the #1 show. And thank you so much. We appreciate it. Do me a favor, you guys, also, if you're trying to get your business out there to try to promote it and get in front of much more people, we share our platform here because it's our bottom line, not Boogotti's bottom line. And I'm glad you guys realize that. We share information. If you want to send in videos with ideas for the health and wellness section, you may have something with the growing section. Only thing that I'm going to beg you guys to stop doing, or please start doing, consider the screen. When you look at a video, it's like this. If you send it to me, it's going to be the same way. Try to make sure that the videos that you reference are full screen so that I can show you guys, and then you guys can make it smaller. Most of the times when you guys send me videos, I still put them up, but they're stripped videos and they're right in the middle because you guys are watching these things on your phone. I'm not going to be able to keep taking those because it just doesn't look right in the queue like that with a bunch of those types of videos. So I'd appreciate if you can try to locate the actual video with the full landscape so that we can show it here, and then you guys can be the ones that determine the size. Again, horizontal versus vertical. Thank you so much. Horizontal versus vertical. Thank you so much for helping me out. And that's what you guys are here for. I'm the host and you're the co-host. I never said I knew everything, but it fits and it works because when you're honest and when you're straight up and down, it has no other choice. I ain't gonna have to worry about me changing in 3 months because we've been doing this for over a year plus. That's right, you guys. Also, like I said, if you want to get your promos out there, all you got to do is send it over to me at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. They have to be in a 1080 by 1080 size frame because that's what the post notification area requires. And guess what we got going on? That's right, the Show Your Talent search coming next week in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. We're doing it again. Plus, we're letting one person pop on from the internet. That's right. One of you guys will be able to pop on and let us know what you guys have as far as talent. That's if you're singing, if you're dancing, if you can do a backflip, whatever it is, we're going to let you go live and pop on. So that's 5 people from each, 1 person from each borough, plus 1 person going live for the Show Your Talent search. And you can make $250. Boom! After we get 5 people plus the 1, you're going to be competing for that $1,000. That's for the grand champion, for the last person that wins. Who's sponsoring it? Big Drip Hard Punch. And I'm your host, BOOGOTTINYC, along with my DJ, DJ Don Dada, formerly of Black Ink Crew. She got a mean set and she puts on a really good show. So if you guys want to be a part of the Show Your Talent search, sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch, all you got to do is go to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. That's right, you guys, www.drinkbigdrip.com. Go to the first page, fill out the mailing list email address, and we're going to keep you posted on where we're going to be at. Also, you want to pick up the drink? Go to the website. Got to be 21 and older. And yes, there will be authorization. You will have to prove that you're 21 and older because it is an alcoholic beverage. So guess what, you guys? Y'all know what we're about to do as well. We got to get those Easter Sunday end of day prayers up to make sure that we're good for when we go out. Hopefully you guys may be going out to worship, going to be with your family, and going to have a good, respectable moment of comfort and be around your own people. And please, if you guys are going out today, be careful out there when it comes down to drivers. I'm not trying to tell you guys to be careful of other stuff because we understand what's going on these days. If you're going around big parties, large gatherings and things like that, we like to be diligent over here. We like to pay attention to what's going on. I'm not telling you to be paranoid, but pay attention, because times like this and days like this are when people, they try to do crazy stuff, and I don't want any of my people hurt. None of you. I want you guys to have a fantastic and a safe Easter. So what are we going to do? That's going to be one of the first things that I pray for, Lord. I want to pray for safety for all of my friends here. I want to pray for love for them. I want to pray for caring. I want to pray that they can get together and have a good community. I want to pray that they enjoy their Easters as well as the rest of their days. I want to pray that they're happy. I want to pray for your children. I want to pray for health as well as love. That's right, because nothing beats the power of love. I want to pray for Jordan. I will. Also, can't forget Miss Swanza and Casey. I also see Jeffrey Spilker. Jeffrey is there too. Tanya, Kalesiv, CJ the Cat, Sweet RV Adventures, Fei, Winston. Want to pray for Rebecca, Lon, Yen, Bueno, and Joseph. Can't forget about Audrey Durham. And yes, Liberty and Justice, thank you so much. We cannot do it without you. You know, you already know that. Crystal Frost, Kalesiv, also Mary, Tanner 3118, thanks for coming back. Guy, Miss Mary Jane, thank you so much. Yvonne, also see who else is here. Mary Tanner, Jack B4R3M, there you go. 55 Coffee House, Lisa Roy. That was some good coffee. I'm about to go bust another bag and use that strainer for another one. Thank you so much. We got to talk. Audrey Durham, DRS tomorrow. We're going to pray for you and your doctor's appointment tomorrow that you get nothing but fantastic results. I want to pray for Ad Rain's family. I want to pray for Sam Champion's family. I want to pray for every single person that's going through surgeries right now, because we know that it can be real, as well as Guy, Rebecca Lanyon, Bueno, Ronnie, Jack, be for real. That's right, you guys. Tanya Zimmerman, I see you there. Want to pray for you as well. Miss Mary Jane, and I also want to pray for Casey. Can't forget about Mark Dorfman, Jeffrey Spilker, Luigi, Sam Champion, Coin Collective, Terry, Teddy. Also can't forget about Tinmagen, and we want to also show that love, that we don't forget about all of our people that always been here showing love to us. That's right, Bustin' Dustin. Audrey, want to pray for you too. Todd, we're praying for you as well. Robbie, prayers for you and the family. Mega Dub in the building. Thanks for popping in. And you guys, I want you guys to have a safe and a fantastic Easter Ad Range. Yes, I'm glad you popped in, because I definitely wanted to make sure you got mad love in your family too. Tanya Zimmerman, Audrey, Rebecca Lanyon, Bueno, Bustin' Dustin's 55 Coffee House. That's right. Thomas, got to get all you guys in. Amen. That's right, you guys. Purple Sunday, Easter Sunday. You already know it. We don't play when it comes down to trending topics, current events, and making sure that we represent being number one on this platform here. It's going to be real hard to try to shine a light after us. But you know what? We can let them try. But we got more work to do, stacking more trending topics, current events, and much, much more. I'll be back tomorrow, same channel, same time, 6 o'clock, our bottom line. And y'all know what I'm about to say after I say, Happy Easter, and be safe out there, and pray for me if you go to church, because guess what? I need it. All of us do. The same way I pray for you, I appreciate it. Y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me for Purple Sunday on Easter, and y'all could have went anywhere else, I appreciate you. So y'all know what I'm going to say, right? Until tomorrow, 6 o'clock, right back here, our bottom line. Y'all have a safe day. Love y'all. Get 'em. Peace.